and welcome to Don't Kill My Character presents Superhero Shenanigans. My name is Kate, aka Kate the Great Cosplays, and happy Women's History Month. We are here with a special cast of ladies and ladies, and our guest GM debuting in the GM seat for Don't Kill My Character, kindly stepping into the role for tonight, Sam. So I'm going to let everyone introduce themselves while I make sure that we can be heard and seen and everything is good on that end, because I am also Don't Kill My Character. I'm running the tech tonight, as most nights, so if anything is wonky, let me know. Can I pass it to Shannon first to introduce yourself and your character?
Absolutely. I am Shannon. You'll find me all over the internet, pretty much under Imaginif. I am Aginif, and you can also find me on my Twitch stream on Imaginif Media, where I host the Creator Spotlight. So if you're a creator and you're doing cool stuff, reach out because we want to feature you on there. And you can find me here, obviously, on Don't Kill My Character, playing some fun things like Raven. And I'm also at High XP Society, where we just started Redacted, which is a triangle agency series. So you can check me out over there. I appreciate all of you.
Appreciate you too. Let's bounce it over to Natasha.
Oh my goodness, so soon. So fast, one might say.
I like it. Look, you're not new anymore. You're going to be early in the queue now.
My name is Natasha. You can find me on Instagram at Natasha B Cosplays, and here at Twitch, sometimes I like to stream me playing video games at Natty Batty Games. I go by she, her pronouns, so does my character, and I play a character called Tally, aka Slipstream.
I love it. I'll go next. Hi, my name is Kate, aka Kate the Great Cosplays, she, her pronouns, and I am playing Marley, aka Tracker, also she, her pronouns, and she is very overwhelmed by emotions in general, usually picking them up from other people, but now she's actually being overwhelmed by her own, which is new for her to feel her own emotions so intensely. Having some fun with that. I'm going to pass it to Yuri.
My name is Yuri, pronouns she, they. Y'all can go ahead and find me at Yuri and the Beast absolutely everywhere on the internet. And today I'm going to be playing a little bird person called Quillekikiokalee. I'm not going to say a lot about them. Their pronouns are any, but I think you guys are just going to have to find out.
I love it. And joining us in the GM seat for your first time on Don't Kill My Character, but hardly your first time ever, thank you so much, Sam, for helping us run this chaos and shenanigans. Go ahead and give yourself a shout out.
I'm Sam. I'm going to be playing Claude tonight. He, him pronouns. I think.
Perfect.
Yeah. I'm Sam. He, him. I am doing this GMing tonight. I'm really excited. If you want to find me on social medias, I'm at server.sam on Threads or Comic Sam's on other places. And I also run a small podcast network called Atomic Broadcasting. But I'm also here tonight doing this. This is going to be fun. Hopefully.
It is, and thank you for stepping into Claude's seat while Claude does the very heroic hero work of parenting. All right. With that, let's get a nice clean intro for our very own Grant, aka Meredith, who edits the podcast for us. And we're going to start Superhero Shenanigans Issue 5. Hello and welcome to Superhero Shenanigans Issue 5. We have a recap of Issue 4 written by Jackie, our Mecha Ochre, but he is not here tonight, so I'm going to read it. And this is a cold read. I have not read it yet. Here's the recap. At the beginning of our last issue of Superhero Shenanigans, titled Slipping into Chaos, we found our heroes relaxing at Raven's estate, enjoying freshly baked cookies. Gabe, aka Mecha Ochre, enjoyed them more, and enjoyed more of them, than anyone else. A Raven alarm alerted the team to trouble at a nearby gas station. Portaling there, they found the situation already handled, with robbers tidily tied up, taken care of by a new hero in town, Slipstream, who is a speedster, social media content creator, and former classmate of Marley's. Later, thefts of fabric and yarn led our heroes to the hideout of one of Bertram's repeat offenders, Scarfmeister Paige and her ghastly textile golems. After a swift and successful battle, our heroes returned to their normal lives. However, Marley, also known as Tracker, faced a life far from normal. Jackie, you write such dedicated recaps. This is great. Here we go. Marley was visibly tense when Raven invited Slipstream back to the estate. A mysterious relic, the Eye of Chaos, stored at Bertram's residence, called out to Marley, tempting her to embrace chaos. A seemingly budding romantic relationship is developing between her and teammate Leo, also known as Ember. All this as Marley continues to grapple with her powers and the ethical implications of using them, and Kate is still impressed by this recap. But life, whether it's ordinary or chaotic, frequently comes to an abrupt halt when our heroes are summoned to safeguard the citizens of Emerald City. Welcome, citizens, to another exhilarating issue of, say the title with me,
Superhero Shenanigans.
Shenanigans!
Shout out to Jackie. Oh my goodness. We love to see it. And with that, I'm going to toss this over to our game master for the night. Sam, take it away.
All right, so after last time, a little bit of time has passed. I think a few days after last time. Tasha, it's been a couple days. What would Slipstream be doing about now?
I think she does need to work every once in a while. She does have, I haven't decided what. She has a job. She's working at something, to pay the bills. But at this point, maybe she's at home. She's with her partner. And she's just trying to go over the events of what happened. So I think she reaches out to Raven because she had given a little, she had invited her earlier to the estate. So I think I take her up on that. And do you think we would have exchanged numbers, or still will we just be using Instagram still?
No, for sure we would have been texting at this point, yeah.
So she would have texted Raven something along the lines of, hey, want to take you up on your offer. Could you invite your friend over? I think it's best if we clear some stuff up.
Friend, question mark?
The one who also has a secret identity. I'm sure it's the same person I met the night before. A telepath. I met 2 telepaths within 24 hours of each other. They were both roughly the same height and had the same hair.
You got it. How about 7?
Sounds good.
See you then.
Heart.
I will heart snake back. And I will immediately reach out to Marley and be like, I think we might have a problem, or maybe you're already aware there's and actually I think I would have called you. I wouldn't have texted this. I would have called you. Yeah, I don't know, but Slipstream I think knows who you are. Maybe?
Oh, well, I mean, that's fair because I also know who she is, so yeah. What are we gonna do?
I mean, I think it's okay. I did a little, checking, as I always do when we've got somebody new that comes on, and everything looks cool. It's probably actually squeakier clean.
We're gonna put a pin in that checking thing. But all right. So should we talk? I feel like we should talk. I don't want to talk, but I feel like we should.
for sure we should talk. What are you doing tonight? Are you working?
No, I'm still at the dentist office, and yeah, they're not
Cool.
open
When you
that late.
finish,
So.
when you finish there, maybe stop by. It's pretty close to 7 already. I kind of invited her over.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Be there after work. Totally not going to worry about this during work. It'll be fine. It's great. It's good.
It's fine. You only have like
Say-
30 minutes left, maybe, right? You're good.
Yeah.
You got
Work
this.
shifts. We'll talk after. Yep. See you later,
Cool.
Raven. Thanks for the call. Cool.
Raven's gonna just like look at the phone a little odd for a second and being like, not really saying anything, but you can see I'm clearly like, what is going on with her? Is kind of like what you're getting from my vibe. But I don't say anything.
Well, with that, does anyone do anything to prepare for this conversation at Raven's mansion?
Raven is pretty much still just where she's exactly where she was when she got the text and made the call. She's still just in her workshop, kind of fumbling through things. She's like going over the last couple of cases that we've done to see like if anything jumps out at her. Like, does this seem weird? Like, you know, Marley's definitely acting weird, but she doesn't really know what's going on. Or, I mean, is this just because of her date with Ember? You know, like, because that wasn't that long ago. So like, but it seems a little bit more intense than that. So she's just kind of fumbling through things. She's not really finding anything. She's just kind of more contemplating, and she'll just continue that, maybe a little bit more aggressively since the call.
Okay. So that mirror that you have in the back that you just spoke to the mysterious people last time.
Yes, I have. For those of you who are maybe new, Raven has this magical, mystical mirror in her. I don't even know if we established what room it was in, but she has a mirror that will alert her if somebody in the super world needs to chat, and I guess she gets notifications on it too. I don't know. We'll let you go with that. You step in and decide that one for today.
Well, today the mirror kind of gets this foggy, cloudy look inside of it, and it all kind of starts turning green for a little bit. Some of the smoke kind of starts almost like it's reaching out of the mirror before just kind of sucking back in, and everything goes back to normal.
Cool. I obviously will back up a little bit as it's doing that. Can I just, like, I don't know, inspect it a little bit to see if I'm noticing any different magic coming off of it than normal?
Yeah, for sure. You have a magic skill, right?
I do. I have expertise in magic.
Okay. Do you want to go ahead and roll magic?
I will indeed. Not a great roll, but pretty high. So 22.
22.
I rolled a 9. If I did my math right, that's 22. I have a plus 13.
Yep, that sounds right to me.
Okay.
Math checks out.
After today, I trust nothing.
Remind me that I have my bag, but I need to take dice out of it.
Is this 2 weeks in a row you forgot your dice skate?
I have them next to me. I just need to take the dice out of the bag. yes, it is absolutely. It's more than 2 weeks in a row. Yuri's played with me enough to know that I didn't roleplay brain. I don't need to roll dice if I'm just talking.
More or less, right?
There we go.
For sure.
So, examining the mirror as you have, there's nothing necessarily changed about its magic. It's more like something seeped in to it. Something kind of... Obviously, this doesn't normally happen. but it's similar to the way one would communicate through it. This foreign entity sort of passed through it, if you will.
Cool. Yeah, so I guess I would probably just send a little message to Ivan, the head of security, and just kind of let him know that something might be up, and then also Gloria, and let Gloria know that, I don't know, somebody might be trying to call me, and then like I'll try to see if I can modify the mirror to see if I can clean up the signal or something, if that's a thing.
Could be.
Just gotta defog the mirror is all.
Yeah, just need to clean it. It's been a minute.
Any attempts you have to do anything like that don't recreate it, don't really make any differences in the situation.
Okay, cool. I'll send a group text in our group chat that just says, might have somebody trying to reach out. Just be on the lookout. Got a weird thing with my mirror.
Okay, I'm pretty much here.
So we will cut ahead, and how does Tally approach the house?
I think she does run there, but she runs in casual clothes. She has her costume with her at all times, like she usually does, but she does show up in casual clothing, and I'll describe a bit more like once I see, but she'll just politely, like a person, knock on the door or ring the bell, whatever.
Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, or like ring the doorbell, whatever your house setup is. If there's an intercom, because it's so big, I click the intercom,
Yeah, I was gonna ask that. So it's all gated and all that kind of stuff, but I'm just assuming Tally's just getting through everything. But I was gonna ask if you're going super fast or not to get in.
I'd arrive quickly, but then I'd be like, I got called out for being too super, I guess, the other day. Let me calmly approach the situation. Ding dong.
Cool. Yeah, so I think probably as you're doing the ding dong or whatever, I'm gonna get a text that says, we got a weird blip, but just like, like it was just like a speck. Like they didn't see anything. Like, see what I did there? For those of you who don't know, Sam is called the Speck in when he's not jamming. But yeah, just a little blip. And I'll just, I know you're coming, so I'm kind of not, I'm already around and kind of near the door or whatever, so I'll just come on and open up the door.
Yeah.
Hey,
thanks. And you see, kind of out of costume, she's a lot more relaxed. She speaks in a slightly lower tone of voice, and that kind of like wild, wavy, like unruly hair that she usually has out is kind of up in a little bun, and you can see she has an undercut fully with like little lightning patterns etched into it, and you can now see why her costume is set up the way it is, where she has her whole neck covered, because she has like a big tattoo of several flowers and thorns with like a couple little monarch butterflies here and there on specific spots that comes down like from her neck down her shoulders and like just over her shoulder and down her back, that you can tell a little bit she's wearing a tank top and just lots of necklaces, jewelry, and just a little kind of just a button up that's unbuttoned over everything. She's quite fashionable. She's up to date on everything. She did major in fashion, so hey.
Raven definitely doesn't even notice all of the fashion, but is like, oh, cool ink.
Thanks. I got it in college. Art types, everyone knows someone who does tattoos.
Yeah, nice. You were saying, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no, just, am I late, or I think it's time?
Are we ever really late? You probably are never late. Come on.
You think. And I'd follow.
And I'm just gonna kind of like walk in to just that side. It's pretty close. The main entrance has like one room, and then it's off to the kitchen. So I'm pretty much gonna go right in there. And there's already Gloria's made some snacks and stuff like that. And so there's a charcuterie board and some little picking things in there. And yeah, she doesn't know who's showing up, so there's always like a little bit of kind of like what everybody likes. So yeah, help yourself.
Nice.
No. So where have you been lately? I haven't been, you know me, I'm never on socials, but
Yeah, I did a couple saves. Just one quick one, like low key here in Emerald City, but otherwise there was one down in Brazil while I was visiting some family there. So I took care of a couple things down there and then came back up. Nice. Yeah, otherwise working, Yeah. Some of us don't have an estate to work with, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's all I've ever known. So,
Is your friend Tracker, I think, was their hero name here?
At this point, you probably get the whatever notification that Tracker has arrived at the door. And I think they would say Tracker has arrived because she has her Tracker jacket on.
Yeah, I would think too there's theme music. So what would that theme music be, Kate?
Oh no, if Raven told Marley that she was going to have theme music for when Tracker arrived, Marley would say absolutely not. So you would have had to pick because there's no way. Marley'd be like, no thank you. So if theme music happens, Raven has chosen that.
I got you.
But
I will have to get clever with that one because that one needs to be good.
And
sometimes I'm not even prepared for the things that come out of my mouth.
She would probably just come in. Probably one of your staff would direct her to the room that you two are in. So
yeah, I would think if you're, and you tell me otherwise, but I would think you would normally just come in. I don't think you would stop. Yeah. You would wait for whatever. You'd just come in. So if you're not coming in,
no, she comes
waiting
in
for people.
Okay. She would just ask where you guys are and appear at the doorway of the room.
Yeah.
Hey.
Charcuterie. Must be starving.
Not really, but interesting to see something besides cookies.
Yeah, well,
the cheese is really nice.
Havarti is my favorite. It's so good.
It is.
So I don't know. I mean, I feel like we should all talk, I guess. Mm-hmm. Maybe.
Yeah. Sorry if I just wanted to reach out to apologize. I was a little bit weird. It's not you, it's me situation, but it is. I don't have great experiences with telepaths, so when I learned you were one, both the night before and a couple days ago, it was just a little off-putting. So,
night before and
yeah, I thought you were laying down a hint because you said something I would have never said out loud.
That makes sense. Yeah, it does sound pretty similar when people say things in their heads versus out loud to me. It can be hard to tell the difference, but cool. So then you just know I'm Marley and we were in physics together and all the Emerald City College University stuff, and cool. Okay.
We saw each other less than 24 hours apart. Twice.
Yeah, I really thought that Bertram would just call like a rideshare and not a hero to come pick me up.
It was faster. I do agree with him.
No, you are very fast. Like that's the fastest piggyback ride I've had. Um,
I aim to please.
I was the weird one, though. Hold on, it's like way too hot in here for this whole jacket thing. I was the weird one, though. Like, I was rude, because I was like, well, you know, Marley, who's just awkward and weird, so if I'm gonna do something like different persona for Tracker, then I'm just gonna be, like, really cold and really quiet. But then that also turned into angry, because a lot of stuff's been going on. And I'm angry about it. And I don't usually feel my own emotions because I'm feeling other people's emotions. But I was feeling my emotion. And that was also not fun to feel, honestly. But I was the weird one. So it's weird to me that you're apologizing.
It wasn't fun to feel your own emotion?
No. It was anger and it was intense. So no. Psychic, yes, I'm a psychic. I'm also an empath, which means I pick up on the emotions of the people around me, and you're super sincere right now, and that's such a weird thing for me to say out loud. But I know that you're telling the truth, and that's fun. Thank you for that. But I usually just feel a lot of everyone else's emotions, and I can use those when we're in tense situations and battles and redirect the flow. Like if someone's really fiery, angry, then I can blast that someone else, but probably won't be doing that anymore, but that's okay. But yeah, I usually just feel everyone's emotions around me and not my own. So feeling my own was something I was unprepared for, and I am sorry. Like, the apology isn't yours. You were great. You came in the middle of the night and saved me, and then you joined this random group of really wild, weird, crazy, superpowered people. No offense, Raven. Like, you know that I love you guys. And yeah, I don't. It makes sense that you have weird history with telepaths because it's a weird thing to interact with. So no apology is owed from you. I'm really sorry.
You good?
No, like never.
Okay.
This one time, kind of, but that actually really wasn't good. But that's trying to come back, and that's not good. It's a whole thing. We'll sit down sometime, maybe have lunch, maybe in Paris. Oh gosh, this is so
sure
weird.
If you want me to take you to Paris.
Isn't it? I mean, like, just because they have good food, not because I just thought it would be less awkward. I make everything awkward. Look, there's a charcuterie board here. That's cool. Food is good.
So,
apology.
Question. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say apology accepted. Just to calm your nerves. You seem very nervous right now.
All the time. Most
okay.
Of the time. Unless there's someone really confident around me. But anyway, yeah.
Raven is at this point while you're talking. Raven is putting together some, like, making a plate of charcuterie for you, like, you know, so that you can just kind of grab it. Like, I've already kind of got that going. My question is, would you have told Raven that you were there in the middle of the night, or is this new information for me?
Definitely new information for you.
Okay. So, middle of the night? Everything okay? And you'll sense, like, just love and concern. Like, there's nothing else there but love and concern at this point.
Yeah, ended up fine. Just didn't. It was an interesting night. We'll catch up on
later.
We probably.
And as you say that, you guys hear at the front door a very loud, just thud, thud, thud. And then, as you guys realize it's starting to rain outside, a lightning bolt cracks outside, and with the flash, we cut to Yuri. Your character is entering the atmosphere. Is that correct right now?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Except there isn't any rain while you're traveling through space. So I think as soon as I break through, how was I supposed to know it was going to be raining here, right? And so it makes for a very bad kind of sort of falling, half trying to slow down my fall type of thing, as I am just going down a lot faster than I originally intended.
Oh no.
Because my thought was, I get to the new place, I can see everything from up high, I can pick a very nice looking spot to like land on and go from there, you know, take in my surroundings. But it's dark and it's raining and there's thunder and there's lightning, and I just want to get to the floor, whatever the floor of this place looks like. So if there was a camera on her for the audience, and for the rest of you, because this is the first time that we are seeing this character, they have a human face, very kind of sharp features, dark eyes, and some kind of orangish red paint across their eyes. Short black hair that towards the back of her neck turns into black feathers. A human-shaped torso and human arms, very small, lithe build, and her black feathered wings. She does, however, have bird-taloned feet. She's wearing these kind of monk-style beige wrappings around her torso so that her wings they're always out. She can't put them away. She's a bird person. And some sort of loose harem style pants where just like her taloned little bird feetsies poke out of. And it looks kind of cute unless you look close enough and you see that half of her foot is just these large taloned nails. Obviously can't wear shoes with that. And she's just coming down and trying to flap and just thinking of all of the choices that got her here to begin with.
And
Hey,
I think
so you might be wondering how I got here.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
so. I think as she's falling in these clouds with the rain and the lightning all around them, she's not really able to see what she's going. As you're kind of falling and trying to control your fall, suddenly like a gust of wind kind of pushes you to the side, as like you're next to like a tall building as you're just falling. This large structure. And then, like, off to the other side, you see another bit tall building as you're getting lower and lower, and the clouds are starting to dissipate. And now you're like, in the middle of this city, this place where people live. In the middle of, like, semi-crowded, kind of downtown-y looking area.
I think like their first thing would be trying to take in or ascertain, am I landing in like a dangerous place or not, right? But they would see probably the cars and the people, and they're going to try to either land, you know, on top of a smaller building, or maybe like definitely not where those things with those round wheels are going through, because that doesn't look safe. So she's gonna do her best not to land on the street, obviously. But it's just it's all new and it's also strange, and so it's just that quick reaction of how does that look dangerous versus does this look dangerous, as she tries to maybe hold on to the side of a building as she's just sliding down now with her wings out, trying to catch some air and slow down her descent.
So right now, looking out, a lot of the people with the weather change are just getting into those strange vehicles and are leaving. So like the area is calming down with people, but a lot of more movement from the vehicles. While you're hanging there, off another kind of direction, you hear what sounds like glass shattering, followed by a ringing like alarm, like a ding, if that even sounded close to what it's supposed to be.
That's a weird creature. That sounds like a very large creature.
And then one of those vehicles with glowing lights on it are like zooming past you, making noise, and then suddenly going down the road, it starts like drifting a little bit and then disappears.
Okay. If I'm going to try to land in a calm spot, so maybe like an alley or something like that, as close as I can to whatever is going on, because I want to see what kind of creature is making such a loud noise.
Yeah, so you land down. How so is it the word? How perceptive are you, do you think?
Very. I
Very.
do have, thanks to my like bird physiology, I do have eagle-eyed, senses 3, as well as keen awareness, enhanced awareness, a whole bunch of other things. So
Okay, good to know. So as you kind of come landing down in this alleyway, this little corridor alley does not smell super great, as you can quickly notice. However, looking down on the ground, you see that vehicle that went by about this big now, kind of just driving in circles on the ground.
I think to me, it would look like, like birds circle before they swoop down for prey, that type of thing. So it would definitely intrigue her, and they would just, now with their wings sort of like tucked in closer to their body to keep them from getting super duper wet, make their way closer to see if they can discern like what's happening, what's going on.
Yeah, as you start making your way closer, a head pops out of the wall near you, just kind of looking, and then like, oh, it's just this woman's head with like blonde hair and these like hexagon goggles, kind of just sticks their head right through the brick walls, and is just looking around.
Yeah, I think like I just feel like, hello.
Ah!
Just like a scream. Just a bird hanging on the side of the building.
She steps out into like just through the rest of the wall, and this and she's like holding on to a guy, and she pulls him through, and he's wearing like a bomber jacket, and he's got like a mask on and a little ray gun in his hand.
Oh, the beings here can walk through walls? That is so cool. Hello. She waves to the second person.
Hi. Ooh, we're just what are you one of those new hero guys in town?
Hero? What do you mean? What's a hero?
Don't worry about it. We just got this stuff. They hold up like a bag of things. We're just moving along. Are you?
Okay.
And the woman is like,
what's in the bag?
Oh, just some valuables.
Okay. Like,
Are you?
gems?
You look like you're new here. Are you new here?
Yes. First, trying to think. You guys use. Yes, first 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well.
It's very wet here. Yes. Is it always wet here?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Oh. Yeah, she doesn't like that. No.
We're just
Do Do
Gonna-
they as like because they're phasing through the wall, but it's like, are they standing on something? Is like somebody just holding onto the wall?
They just they finished walking through the wall completely, so they're just standing there. The woman has her whole outfit she's wearing is just all hexagons, and she's got like this big belt on. And she was the one who was holding him and like pulled him through the wall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think your friends are looking for you.
Yeah, we don't want them to find us, so we're just gonna keep going.
Oh, that's not very nice.
Well, they're not very nice to us, so
Oh. Okay. She's just gonna. If they keep walking, she's just gonna like step with them. So she's gonna be just a couple of steps behind them.
And at that, you feel a gust of wind, and there's a third person standing there, someone in this like light blue and green outfit who's just ran here, and he's just like, "Hey, what's going on? You guys here already? Have you gotten away? We gotta keep going. What's with the bird freak?"
You see her like just like visibly get really sad.
She's like, I'm going to assume that you don't have people with wings here. Judging by, you're not very nice.
I'm not being paid to be nice, lady. Thing. I'm just paid to steal stuff, so that's all I do.
Is that what's in the bag? And she turns back to the other two.
And it's like, no. As at this point, you hear some people coming around the corner. Some Aegis agents with their guns drawn.
You know, where I come from, if you have a problem with somebody, you just go up to them and deal with it. And stealing and underhanded things are very dishonorable, which means you are dishonorable people. You're taking things from others without them knowing. In my planet, that gets you beheaded. I don't know what that does in this planet, but I'm going to assume it's not something good. So, and she is going to, if she hears other people coming, she's going to grab. So she flies up a little bit, and with her talons, grabs under the shoulders of the person that's holding the stuff.
Oh.
And
Okay.
tries to like lift them up.
He's just like kind of flailing. He's got that little ray gun in his hand. And he's just like, and he kind of points it at those guys that came around the corner, and they just disappear as well.
Wait, who disappears?
The people the Aegis agents who came around the corner to try and stop them have just disappeared now, like that car did. But the people you're still holding on to, he is still just kind of flailing, like, "Let me down! What are you doing?"
Yeah, so I think Quill is going to try to like drag them to the people that were looking, like her friends, the ones that she thought were her friends looking for them. So it would be like the cops circling around, and she would like drop the person on the hood of the car. Just go and I grabbed the one that was holding the stuff because it's like, oh, you have to give it back. I understand now why you're running away from these people. I'll help you. I'll help you be honorable again here. We're gonna go give the stuff back. And so she grabs them with her talons under the arms and just sort of drops them on top of the hood of the cop car.
All right. He kind of gets up. He's just like, all right, let's just get rid of her, if we will, guys. And the one who was talking faster is like, oh, yeah, let's do this. And he kind of just starts running in circles around you, like, really fast. And then we will cut over to the mansion again. Where there's that pounding on the door.
You expecting anyone?
No. We're in the kitchen, so I'm just gonna flip the TV monitor thing onto the front door cam.
Oh, there is like a hooded and robed person who looks to be bleeding at your front door.
Do I recognize them at all?
They are very like obscured, but they don't look like they are wearing anything that you would recognize.
Cool.
I changed really quickly into my slipstream outfit.
Yeah, Marley also changes into tracker, and she would head towards the door so that she can get in range to sense the emotions of this person.
Yeah, same. I'm changing basically as I go to the door. Into our little closet that we have right there, the quick change closet by the door, and I press the alarm code just so that everybody is, the alarm button that's on the fridge there. I press that just so everybody's sure, and then I will go open the door. Can I help you?
Can I get a sense of the emotions of this person too?
You get no sense.
I open up Marley's group chat, so mental link to it would just be Raven and Tally right now, and I'll say,
hands like this
hey,
to the door.
If you're uncomfortable with this, Tally, I can drop it, but this will let me talk to you. You can also talk to everyone on the link, which is the three of us, or just me if you want. Are you okay with me leaving this up?
There's a little bit of just like panic and nervousness before she calms down again, and she's like, yeah, it should be fine. Let me go around, and I'll speed around to like go. I'll grab another door to the outside and go back to the front.
And Marley shares on the group chat that the person has no emotions registering.
So Raven,
I'll turn back and look, like, give you the kind of like ready signal, and then I'll pull the door open.
You open the door. This person, about your height, is kind of leaning there. They kind of look up at you for a second. You can see they kind of have bird-like features, some like feathers and such. And they're just like, oh, thank goodness I found you. And he's holding this little like device.
And you are?
Well, my name is not important anymore. Just the mission. Just the mission. Please. And he starts holding it out to you.
Yeah, how damaged does he look? Like, is he gonna like die on the porch kind of damage? Like,
he looks pretty bad. There's a lot of blood. It's hard to tell necessarily but he's acting like at least that he's like on the last legs.
Okay. The door is open so Marley can see this too. And I'm just gonna bend down, and I will grab one arm on the person, and I will with one arm take what he's trying to hand to me. What is this?
It's for the princess's eyes only. Give it to the princess. She needs this. She needs you.
Princess?
Yes. She will be here shortly if she's not already.
I would like to try and read this person's thoughts to see if I can get a mental image of this princess that they're talking about.
So when you try to do that, it just doesn't seem to work.
Why don't you... You're speaking like this is emotional to you. but I can't read any emotions off of you. Or thoughts. Are you real?
I am as real as my love for the crowd.
What crown? What is the name? How can we help you?
Take the package to the princess. And he kind of starts leaning over further.
I rush up behind to like catch him and say, I can run him to Aegis Hospital, some kind of facility. They might have the tech to see him there.
As Slipstream makes that offer to help, I'm going to take the emotional intent of that help and care and try using my psychic healing and see if I can heal this person at all with that care that Slipstream is showing.
I'd say it heals as best you can tell, but these seem to be very severe wounds. But it does seem to alleviate some of it.
And I think, Tally, like what that would look like or feel like for you is like you almost feel that care intensified and then like the force of it going into this person, and you can just see Marley kind of like concentrating the energy between that, like just very subtly as she does.
And I kind of take that as a cue and I'll say, I'll be right back. And I'm going to try and get to the Aegis facility to get this guy to a hospital. Can I use my advantage? I know that I know somebody to be able to know, like, to be able to get to a place where I know he can be dropped off safely.
Yeah, that sounds very reasonable. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I'm going to run. I assume it would be the Aegis facility nearby.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I can't bring him to a regular hospital.
Probably not.
At the same time this is happening too, I'm going to go ahead and you're going to start to see, I'm just going to use my mystical constructs basically, and I'm going to create essentially a seat right underneath. So like as he's falling, he's just going to sit in this, so essentially making a little chair to support him, so he's sitting there and not holding himself up anymore.
So you do that, and Slipstream runs him over to the hospital?
Yeah.
Okay.
Marley will say, do you have any idea what this device is, Raven? Something you've come across?
Do I recognize this at all?
It looks very alien, more so than like mystical, like you're used to.
Mm-hmm.
So unless you have some experience with extraterrestrial things.
No, just artifacts in general, but I don't know if any of those are specifically. I definitely don't have anything specifically alien on my sheet, my backstory. It's mostly just treasure hunting artifacts kind of stuff. So,
well, it certainly looks special.
I've not seen anything like this, even in books while I've been researching. Something, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot out there, so let's get it in and see what we can figure out.
And Tally, as you're dropping this person off, and you're about to leave him, he grabs your arm real quick, and it's just like, you have to protect Avis for the good of the people.
Avis?
Avis. Our home. It must be protected. And then he sort of passes out.
I kind of give a brief debrief to the people here, being like, this man arrived on the front doorstep of sorry, what's your surname?
Calligarus.
Calligarus. I was about to say Caligari. Calligarus estate. Seems to be not from this planet by the way he talks and the things he talks about. Can you help him?
Yeah, we'll do our best for sure.
Thank you. I need to head back. Bye. Thanks.
Bye.
And she runs back.
Okay. As you get back to the other two, a lot of Raven's alarms for like crime activity start going off. That's all pointing to downtown, where there seems to be a metahuman incident occurring, if you will.
We've got to go.
All right.
Got it.
I think I'm gonna keep this with us, and I'm gonna put it in my bag. That's kind of strapped, my little like loot bag that I have strapped to me.
And you see kind of like this jittery, kind of like that high tension, like the energy builds up again in Tally that you kind of felt earlier when she was like regularly using her powers. It seems like the more she uses her powers, like the more her mind and her speech, everything like kind of speeds up altogether. Okay,
And
yeah.
I'm gonna run out and grab the car, and Marley and I'll jump in the car and drive over.
Sounds good. I'll meet you guys there. I'll let you know when I get there what it looks like.
So, yeah, Link works. You got it.
Perfect. And she's gone.
Above table, just for a second, when you said that you were communicating telepathically and we could talk to each other, do we still have to go through you to talk, or we can now talk to each other individually?
You can either talk to everyone or just Marley.
Okay.
That is how your side of it works. Marley, yeah.
Okay,
Either
cool.
just Marley or full group. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So then, cutting back to Quill in the alleyway. So you are there. Mike Rowe, who's kind of seems to be in charge with the jacket and the ray gun, is getting off of the police car. One of that fast talking guy who's running really fast is over there, just kind of on the other side of you. And then the person who's walking through the wall, she is also on the other side. So they are kind of all three looking like they're going to try and fight you at this point. I wasn't sure. I think we should probably go ahead and just jump into initiative and see how this goes.
Hell yeah.
Should we also all roll on our part since we're heading over, or?
I
have a thought of that, so I won't have it you guys roll yet.
Yeah. In their head, they're
Trust
kind of
UGM.
like the whole, oh, well, this isn't how I thought like my first 10 minutes here were gonna go, but also, I mean, I kind of get to see how strong the beings of this planet are, so let's go.
Let's go.
Win-win.
Alright. I don't know where my mouse went. I am so sorry.
You're okay.
And do I just roll a d20?
Yes, D20, and there should be an initiative bonus
Ooh.
on the
19
offense
on the
section.
die.
Oh, nice.
Initiative plus 10. Oh, Jesus.
Oh boy.
29?
29. All right. That's good. Well, you will be going first.
Okay. So, seeing that she's being surrounded, she's on one hand a little bit excited because, like, you know, like testing out these beings, and she can see how she lines up against them, and she finds that exciting. But also, look at these ganging up 3 against 1. That is not nice, and that is not honorable, and she doesn't like that. So, they're going to try to. Okay, their whole right now. They're a little scared that the one that has the stuff that was stolen is going to get away, right? And so they are going to kind of, you know, with their wings, throw themselves at that one and use a. I have thing called fast grab to attempt to get the bag of stolen things away from them, so that in the fight they can't just run away with it.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a grab. If I smack them first, make a free grab check after an unarmed attack. That is the thing.
There you go.
So, I go towards them and then like buffet them with the wings to the face, so they're kind of like, what the hell? As with my hands, I go to grab the bag that they're holding.
Okay.
Tell me what to roll.
If you're wanting to do an attack first, then you will roll your unarmed, or if that's what you're using. It should be in a skill, close combat, unarmed.
I see it. So I roll my d20 and add that, I'm assuming?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that is an 11 unarmed. I have a plus 12. So that is a 23.
23. Okay. And then I look at my thing.
We're learning, y'all. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Got this.
Heck yeah.
You play this game.
I just realized, like bird person, I'm gonna get to be very creative with what I do just because I have so many limbs, and I'm very excited.
How you get to flavor the attacks.
Yeah.
Bird whirl. Oh. Feather flurry. Wing attack.
Alright.
That's the Pokemon one.
Oh my gosh. I'm
Pokemon
going to
players should have
name
some good
them all.
names.
Hell yeah. I'm going to name
Yes.
every single move, and they're all going to be very Pokemon style.
I
Oh,
love
boy.
those. I love those like attacks that it's like you have to say the name of the attack as you
in
do
order
or
for it
just
to
won't
work. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
All right. So this guy, definitely failed 2 degrees. So he is dazed,
Ooh.
and he has a -1 against checks to resist damage in the future. And then you're wanting to do your grab. So if you're wanting to do the grab, fast grab on that, I think you would roll athletics.
Sure.
Should be
So
one of
go
yours.
ahead and roll again. Oh, that wasn't as good as the first one. I don't see strength, agility, stamina. Where are my skills? There they are. I am sorry. That is oh nice. I'm so glad I chose to do this because it seems to be what I'm good at. Because I have a plus 14 on that as well, so that comes up to a 19.
Okay.
Oh,
That is
that was a
enough.
9, a 20, sorry.
Oh, wow. That's even more enough to just kind of grab that bag from him as he's just like really blinded, dazed by your feathers in his face as they're hurting him. And he's just like, what is happening?
Love it. So, was I able to grab the bag?
You were, yes.
Nice. Okay. And then since they are dazed, and I have the bag in my little bird hands, I'm going to then kind of use my wings to get me off of them, and in the same movement, like, push him with my feetsies to attempt to knock him over.
Okay. If you want to do an additional thing like that, I believe you have to do extra effort.
Which you can spend a hero
can-
point to do. You do start the game with a hero point.
Oh,
everyone has
okay.
your
I'll
point.
just wait. Yeah, I'll just. go ahead and
Technically,
do
you
it
can
then.
do it without the hero point, but you become exhausted if you
Yeah.
don't.
No,
Or you can wait.
I'm just glad I got the bag out of his grasp.
Yeah.
So we're good.
All right. So then that really fast looking one is like, okay, and they're like, get them, Rash. He's like, will do, yeah.
Rash.
And he just starts sprinting right past you, turning into a blur, as he just starts trying to pellet you with his fists. Very terribly. Your wings are just throwing him off as he's just like trying to punch at you, but you're just seeing it all coming. He is fast, but he doesn't necessarily think as fast as he is. So you're able to kind of just see it all coming.
I love it. I love that so much.
And then through the whirlwind that's coming all around you, oh, that was a really high roll, comes just like that lady in all the hexagons phases through with just like trying to punch you in the face. She does succeed at that. So what I will need from you is a parry roll. Ooh. Or what is your parry actually?
Where can I find my...
On the right-hand side of your character sheet.
Found it.
Verse
12.
page. Yeah.
12. Okay, so that's 22. So they did succeed. Minus 1. Okay, so then you roll d20 and you'll add your toughness bonus to it.
Love it. Rolling. Oh, that's not as good. That was a 12, and my toughness is an 8. That is a 20.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, physical stuff apparently is kind of the only thing I can do. So I hope I'm good at it, because it would suck if I wasn't.
Samesies, you're
doing
good.
Great, sweetie.
Me too.
Yeah.
Wait, that's a good balance. We have like my computing is backward. We have 2 that's like with the physical and 2 that are more doing the mental magic. This is good. This is good. A party balance.
Love it.
I've never met her before. It'll be fun to have one.
Just kind of.
So I do believe that has no effect on you. So
Yeah, I
upon-
like to. I like to think like it was kind of about to connect. But they're very good. I also have like advantages to like evasion and defensive stuff. So just kind of, But it was so close. That thing where like they missed by like a centimeter.
Yeah. And
That's
like
great.
her whole body is about to like careen into you because of how much effort she put in that punch, and she just phases right through your body.
That's cool.
Feels a little weird.
I get chills. Like, ugh. Where I get goose flesh because I'm a bird.
It ruffles your feathers.
And that other guy gets up and like he has his little ray gun, but that rash is spinning around you, so he just like doesn't know what to do, so he's just gonna not do anything right now. And he's just looking around for the loot, which he now realizes you took from him. Slipstream, could you go ahead and roll in for initiative now?
Yay! I'd love to. Okay, that is a 9 plus 12.
21.
21.
Elementary school math here for you.
Excellent. Well, so you come sprinting up,
Mhm.
and you see this one guy spinning around, kind of like a speedster, around in a circle, and a woman who just like came out of it rolling, and then another guy just kind of looking around.
Huh.
And it is Quill's turn for the round. Because she had a 29, so still. So you'll get to see what Quill does on their turn.
I haven't rolled above 10 yet in initiative.
No.
It's a good thing you're fast.
Oh, I think they'd, for their keen senses, would notice when Slipstream arrives. It's like, oh, there's another person. And their first thought is like, oh, are they going to jump into, like, what a dishonorable world where everybody just piles on one person.
I
And
think
so they're going to yell out, like, are you with them?
Oh, no. I'm here to help.
Okay. And
Are
she
you from
tosses
Asia?
you the bag of loot.
And I
She's
think
in
like
the
she
middle of
recognizes. Yeah, I think she also recognizes. She's like, oh wait,
The features of the
Mhm.
man.
of the other
The,
person.
the feathers, and it's like, wow, 2 of them in half an
Crazy.
hour. What are the odds? But yeah, as soon as you say no, she just goes, okay, and is going to toss you, like, overhand throw the
Mhm.
bag of loot to go over the head of the other people, and hopefully you catch it. Like,
I have pretty good quick instincts, so hopefully.
you're very fast. You know what? I believe in you. So what do I have to roll something to toss it over? No, I just toss it over. That's my thing. And she'll just yell like catch. She tosses it over and then kind of goes, they stole that. Very dishonorable.
Very.
And that's all you get from her. As she kind of turns around back to the people. I guess they wouldn't know. Again, the protocol. What do you do with people who steal things? In her homeland, she would have beheaded them, but she doesn't want to assume. And so they're going to try to, I guess, just just make them stop fighting, and then she'll figure the rest out. You know what I mean? So do I still get an action, or was tossing her the
Yeah,
bag?
you can have an action. Yeah, the bag is free. It's a free toss.
Okay. Cool. Okay, love it. And they're going to attempt to catch the one that is like running in circles around them.
Okay.
So she's gonna see, like when you try to get like a fly with chopsticks. Come here. Because they're thinking like they're probably going to be the most trouble. The other two, this is fine. I can deal with them. So what would I need to do for that?
Are you wanting to like just trip him or grab him?
Yeah, so I guess, just knock them over as they're running. Trip them or something.
Okay.
Stop moving, please.
So that would be an athletics roll.
Love it. Roll them out to 20. Oh, 11 athletics plus 14. That is a 25.
It's pretty high.
Yeah, it's very high. He just you do
Dishonor
that.
on their cow.
You do that to kind of grab him, and you do, and it kind of sends him spinning as he like rolls into a dumpster.
I
and
love
just
it.
Crashes into it.
She's like, that was loud. And then after she's tripped the guy, she that's when she realizes, oh, there's somebody else here who actually seems to be talking to me, and she'll just yell over at Slipstream like what do you do with these? Like signaling
Doing
at the
good.
people.
Capture, hold,
That's
taking
the
care.
end. Yeah, that's kind of the end of her turn. She just wanted to make them stop moving.
And that means it's Slipstream's turn.
You're doing great. Capture, hold, make them stop moving. They'll get put away somewhere else to be taken care of.
Put away. Okay.
And does the speedster seem to be knocked out, or does he seem to be down for the count at the moment, or should I?
He looks like he's kind of getting back up, but he's in the dumpster.
Yeah. Just make sure he can't intercept and go off with anything. I'm gonna make sure he's down for the count, and I'm gonna speed by, because you said there are Aegis agents here, or like other police.
There were, they
Oh.
disappeared. Which Quill actually would notice that they're just like this tall, like the car.
Okay. Interesting.
Uh-oh.
I don't know where to put this bag. Okay. And I will. Is he in the dumpster or like just he hit it?
He's in it.
Okay,
Kind of
great.
like his hand is up. He's trying to pull himself up.
Yeah, I'm gonna like knock him back into the dumpster and kind of like a hit and try and like shut it and see if there's like, because usually they have like padlocks to close dumpsters as well. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna see
yeah.
if
Oh
like,
my gosh.
there's something there just to close it. Just be like, you're not bothering us at the moment.
Okay.
Bertram would be so proud.
So true. If you you could just use like athletics or
Okay.
an attack, perhaps. I think.
I think athletics works for that. That is a 15 plus 10, 25 as well.
All right. So as he's got his hand up on it, like he's trying to get up, you slam it down. You hear his fingers, like a crunch on his fingers, as he's just like, ah!
You just hear, before she closes it, she just says, too slow. Shh.
And he is, for all intents and purposes, incapacitated.
Great.
So then, Phaser, as she's called, gets up, tries to punch Quill again. Oh, and fails so dramatically with a natural one. She kind of punches again, and she's like, why did you have to be there? Why did you have to be there? This was going so smooth.
I love that. I love that so much. And she's just giggling now. It's like, I didn't think this was going to be fun. It's fun.
And then,
This is very. I would have gotten away with it if it
Yeah,
weren't
yeah, yeah.
meddling kids energy.
right? And then the guy gets up, he points his ray gun at you. And okay, I will want from you a toughness roll.
If you want to use +2, you can as well. Remember, you have a +2 whenever you want it from Claude.
I don't recognize him here.
He's not here. I can't see
I
him here.
am Claude.
I do think I'm going to use it just because I don't know what the DC is and I'm scared.
So add a +2 to whatever you got.
Would this be like a attack to me or an area effect?
It'd be you focused.
Damn. Okay, I tried. That's going to be with my +2, a 19.
A 19. So,
Oh no.
what happens here? Is your left hand, you notice, begins to get smaller. And everything seems to get smaller by just a couple feet, like a foot and a half. You shrink down just a foot and a half.
I'm a teeny bird now.
And
I wasn't very tall to begin with. I don't know how tall Slipstream is, but you would notice that they're probably about like 4'8" in their normal. They're a bird. Maybe like 5 flat.
Yeah.
With the feathers kind of that are on the head, and
It adds
so
something.
they're very small now.
like 3 feet now. And the guy's just like, what the heck? And looks at the guy and he's like, what aliens? This doesn't normally happen. And then Slipstream, would you roll for me the check I need you to roll, which would be toughness, I believe. I think it's just toughness again.
The answer was no.
Well, you have a +5, if that would help. Devious Hearts gave us +5s.
Oh, wonderful.
Well, not you. All the players. You didn't get one.
Aww.
I love that I have in the descriptions that, like, the Game Master can get the plus circumstance rewards, but no one ever gives it to the Game Master.
So, Slipstream.
Oh, the toughness check was for me. I
Oh,
thought
yes,
it was
yes.
That's what I was waiting.
No,
Oh my
I was starting to
Oh,
work.
yeah,
I
we're
was
all
starting to
waiting
realize
for
that
you.
nobody was
so
rolling. And I
sorry.
was like, oh.
Without the +5, I think I use the 5 and not the 2. I think 17.
17 total. Okay.
I guess I'll use the +5.
Oh, so 22.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You are able to notice in time what looks like a hockey puck flying at you. And you touch out of the way, and then it explodes a little ways away from you. And on top of another dumpster is a guy in a variety of sports outfits. And he looks at you and goes, "Sacre bleu, there is a second one." And-
You all don't match. Pick a theme.
And the guy who's looking at his ray gun micro, he looks over and is like, "Jock, hurry it up." And he's like, "Do not rush me. Do not rush me." And so now there's a fourth villain here. Oh, thanks, Claude.
No.
And as we move into the second round, I will have Marley and Raven roll initiative as well.
Woohoo!
Woohoo.
We're on the scene.
They're a very fast car.
Alright, which dice do I trust?
I rolled a 3, and I have a +2, so that's a total of 5 for Raven. She's
Well,
still
you're not going
snacking,
last in
apparently.
the initiative.
Ooh.
Wow.
15 for
Bump is
Marley.
not great.
15. Alrighty. So you two pull up. You see now Slipstream next to a dumpster. This bird person, Quill, getting punched horribly at by this woman in hexagons. A guy yelling at his ray gun, and a French sportsman on a dumpster. And it goes to
Right.
Quill's turn.
Okay, well, I'm tiny now, so they probably I think that is when it clicks that like it was the ray gun that disappeared the people in the car, you know. And it's just like, oh, I get it. And so they're going to go back up to the person with the ray gun, and they're just going to. I'm going to go ahead and unarmed, like, punch them, and just be like, "Turn us back!" As I'm like punching this person, because I know that they did it. And so I'm gonna roll my unarmed. Look at that, I'm learning. Oh my god. And that is a 16 on the die plus my 12. So that's a 28 to just smack them with my tiny fists. Oh, if I am small, do I take any like negative to...
No.
I'm pretty sure even if I took off a little bit, I'd still hit them, so...
Yeah, you just... How do you knock him out?
Like, I think I grab them by the collar, and then I'm just like, turn us back, and then I realize they go unconscious, and she's just like, oh, and she looks at the gun, and I'm gonna pick it up. But
Bird's got a gun.
I want to. Bird's got a ray gun. I want to look at it sometimes, you know, in like some evil machines and stuff will have like a small and then like a big if you flip it you flip the switch for the other. So I'm gonna look at the gun real quick, like, does it have something like that, or am I gonna have to figure something else out?
Well, you're looking at it. I'll have everyone else take their turns.
Yeah, absolutely.
So then it goes to Slipstream's turn.
How far is the Hex suit and Zijak from each other?
Oh, they're probably like 10 feet or so from each other.
Perfect. Nice and easy. I'm gonna kind of... You see her start to run. Oh, wait, we wouldn't really notice, but as she runs away, as she passes between the two of them, she like kicks up into overdrive, and a sonic boom goes out as the sound barrier breaks, and I'm gonna try and hit the two of them there. It's a 30-foot bubble, so...
You're so cool.
All right. Do they need to roll, or do you roll?
Yes. First degree, DC 17, and there's different degrees.
Okay.
Resisted by fortitude.
Okay, so do I need to worry about degrees of success on their end?
Yeah.
Okay.
First degree is dazed. Second degree is stunned. Third degree is incapacitated.
Well, that's degrees of failure, right?
Oh, yes, a failure. Sorry.
Yeah. Does it go the other way too, or is it just
No.
succeed? They succeed. Okay.
Yeah.
The Jacques seems unaffected. However, Phaser is unconscious.
Perfect. That's what I wanted to get because I knew they'd be difficult to punch.
Yeah, didn't even get time to activate their phase ability before they were just down on the ground.
Perfect. And she just kind of keeps on moving to get next to Quillek, and it's just like, you okay? You got small.
They just hold up the ray gun.
Okay, we'll figure this out. We'll fix this. And see the other two show up. We'll be like, careful, there's some really small people everywhere.
And it is Marley's turn.
So Marley will respond to that in Slipstream's mind. Noted. Should I make anyone fall asleep?
Zijak, everyone else is kind of taken care of.
All right, let's go. So I will look at Zijak and use Marley's sleepy dreamy time. So if you can roll me a will DC 18 for Zijak.
I will do that. This is
My
a character
gosh.
my friends and I may love him.
I wish I had Kate to do that to me in real life so I could go to bed.
Marley backstory, she did that for her college roommates, and she said that they just dreamed really loud too, so she would sometimes quiet the dreams down.
That's too funny.
Well,
I
it
need,
looks-
I
Like,
need
they were
some good
tossing and-
sleep, yo.
They were like tossing and turning too much, staying up too late, sleepy dream time, so we can all get some rest. In her backstory.
So he rolled an 18 on the die.
Is it?
DC 18?
Yeah.
Well, he has bonuses, so he's above
Oh.
it.
Well then, Marley's like on it, and she's like, never mind. This might take a little longer. And I think, yeah, Marley would probably just move closer to where Slipstream and new bird friend are. And that's her turn.
And you definitely get a sense of a lot of panic from all the little tiny micro people around.
Yeah. Oh, so she would share that. These guys were not little before. These aren't like Bertram's
No.
backyard people.
Gun,
Got it. Yeah,
gun shrinks.
they're little. They're not happy about being this small. They're
I
kind of
wouldn't
panicking.
either.
Yeah. They're a lot of panic. Fun.
Yeah.
Marley's turn.
Raven, it's your turn.
So at that, a lot of panic, these little people shouldn't be little. I am going to turn and cast Dispel Magic and or Nullify on the crowd of tiny people and Aegis and all of that. And so that is a DC of 18.
All right. Yep, so it looks like they all start growing again as you've nullified the shrink, including Quill begins to grow back to their normal size.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful. And I am going to move opposite of my friends on the other side so that we are tracking them from both sides. We have one still up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll get on the other side of them.
All right. It's now his turn. He looks at all of you. It's like, today's the day that Shock leaves. And using his rock climbing equipment, begins to climb the side of the building.
I got him. It's okay. He's not going anywhere.
Adorable.
He puts his little, the little spittle? What are those things called? I don't remember.
Done?
Yeah, the pitons in the
pitons.
brick,
Play
and he just starts climbing. It's it's quite the hassle. He's got his harness on. He puts it on and everything.
You're doing great.
Now that Aegis are bigger, they can probably just get him, right?
I'll grab him just in case he has some booster. Who knows? He has sports equipment. He might have a hang glider on that rooftop.
It is Quill's turn.
They look at them real quick. And then just out loud, kept thinking to themselves, so they say it out loud. It's like, I don't think they realize I have wings. And then they'll just kind of hop up. And I'm going to attempt to do a grab again. Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure in the time it took them to put on their equipment and start climbing, they haven't gotten very high up.
No, just
And
a couple
so
feet.
I think I'm going to try to just peel them off the wall so they fall like 6 feet or so. It's gonna hurt, but they're not gonna break anything.
All right, so you can use an unarmed attack or a athletics.
I will use an unarmed attack, absolutely. That is my best die. That is an 11 plus 12, so that is a 23.
Okay, so you fly up next to him. He looks at you and goes, bonjour.
Hello?
Yes.
And yeah, I think they will use I was going to use my hands, but no, they're going to use their talons because it's probably more comfortable for them to use their feet for stuff. And just kind of be like, oh, well, hello. Nice to meet you, I guess, as they just peel the talons on the shoulders, kind of peel them off the wall. Yeah, just hopefully they fall back on the trash. But it's fine.
He's falling, and under his arms pop a gliding suit, but he's only a couple feet, so his face plants on the ground and is unconscious.
They tried.
And they're all
The
defeated.
smoke screen was right, though. She did have a glider. Are we out of initiative?
We are out of initiative. Everyone
Okay.
grows back to normal. The bad guys are all unconscious.
Okay, everyone seems
I will quickly Mystic Bindings all of them.
I'll just quickly drop this back into the bank, into whatever vault, and then come back out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and look at Raven, who did the whole thing to make me my size again. It's just gonna go, oh, thank you. I didn't mind being small, but I'm pretty sure they did. And she's gonna look at all of the other people who were like tiny.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, I'm Raven.
Oh, Raven. Like, I know that is it's a bird, right? I read about them. That's also a bird. Also black feathers. Oh, that is so cool. Hi.
Hi.
Quillekikiokalee. Nice to meet you.
Quillekikiokalee?
Close enough.
It's nice to meet you. This was a strange way of doing it, but it's pretty common for us, I guess.
Yeah.
What
You can
brings you here?
Me, my wings. Yeah.
Oh, why are you here?
Good
Sorry.
point.
Why
yeah.
am I here?
Why?
I'm here because not sure why here specifically, but I didn't want to be where I was. And so I left and now I'm here.
So valid.
Yeah.
Does it make sense that someone from where you were would have been looking for you and worried?
Yes,
Are you a princess?
that's
maybe?
very specific. How did you know?
We
Hmm.
ran into a
person who
subject
was-
of Avis.
Oh, you know off my planet. That is so cool. That is so cool. I know very some things about here. Not a lot. We didn't have a lot on your planet. I think that's why I picked it. To answer your question, that's why I'm here. We didn't know a lot about it.
We don't know
You're
anything
from
about
another-
yours.
From
Yeah.
another
Oh.
planet.
How would you hear the name then?
We met a subject of yours, if you're the princess of the planet. Which is so cool.
Not very. It sucks.
Oh.
Yeah,
It feels like it'd be
that's
fun.
that's why I'm not there anymore, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The subject just said to protect you, not necessarily that like you had to go home. If that's not somewhere that you want to be, then maybe that's not protecting you. Maybe just making sure that you're cool and comfy here is protecting you.
Well,
I feel like it was left up to
I
interpretation.
just arrived and I do not know anything about this planet, so knowing stuff I think would be good. Also, there aren't very many trees here. And I look around and it's the middle of downtown, so there is like probably not a single damn tree here. Just
You have to go out of town to
buildings.
catch trees. There are trees. Just not as many here.
Right.
We are
So
There's not enough, though. I mean,
Wouldn't
really.
have-
that's-
I'm going to assume you don't sleep in trees and make nests. So
we do not.
those boxes, that's where you sleep, right?
Yes. We sleep
Yes.
inside
Okay.
buildings, homes, apartments. We are weirdly
claustrophobic,
used
not gonna
to
lie.
Oh. Well, Raven also has a
Hmm.
big backyard and there are some trees there, so maybe you would be comfortable just up in one of those for the night. Do you feel like you want to come rest?
Well, considering the first people that I met here were very dishonorable and not very nice, I would, yes, like to go with you instead.
We are very weirdly
Fair.
used to helping people who are not from this planet get used to it, which is not something that most people here have experience with. But we do. So we've introduced this world to someone else before. What's one more person? It's nice to meet you.
When you say that and there's like that small kind of like pause as everybody is trying to figure out what to say, you hear like it's her stomach.
Oh,
I can help with this.
They just look very embarrassed.
What do you like to eat?
All sorts of things. I think, well, this planet would have different food than my planet. So I think trying everything would be good because I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I've
sure
got
you want to get some takeout variety?
I will do a nice selection of. Give me an hour for me to. I'll start ordering from different places.
Just pick them all up. Oh my gosh, that is
Love
so
it.
cool.
Love it. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I really like eating too, so I'm really hungry right now, actually.
Yeah.
But we should also
We were having charcuterie when we left to come meet you.
Yeah.
I don't think I know what that is, but it sounds good.
Well, you can try some.
Yes.
Yeah.
Try
and
stuff.
There's a package we're supposed to get to you.
Oh, like maybe not here.
Fair.
Just,
once we get.
Yeah.
Super
Let's.
private.
Have you ever been in a car?
Or if you want to, do you fly?
I have the roof. I have the sunroof I can open up.
Yes.
Is it still raining? Maybe not a good idea.
We do get people from, like, beings from other planets in my planet sometimes. And some of them don't have wings, but most of us have wings. So we don't have need for this car.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of like an open, like a bowl. And it floats.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
You see,
I'm
she's
gonna-
in the wildest Uber Eats order right now.
I love it. I'm gonna
I
create.
can follow the car.
Yeah, I'm gonna create like what looks like a nest, what Raven would consider to be like a bird's nest. I'm gonna create that. But it's going to be it's mystical, so it's not an actual nest. So it'll be kind of semi-translucent, with a little bit of shape and color to it of a nest, but it will be solid, so you can sit in it. And I'm going to put it right next to the vehicle that we are driving in.
Like
the rest of us that are
the
coming in.
motorcycle's a little sidecar.
Like a sidecar. I have just built a sidecar. That's exactly what I did.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
Yes.
Like they get very excited and they like.
Oh, with a
They-
cover so that there's
they
no
just
rain.
sit
I
in
have
it.
like it's like a little umbrella on the top so that there's no rain. So it's a nest open, but it's like a beach umbrella, if you will, that's sitting on the top so that you're not getting rained on.
Love it. Love it. They sit in it immediately.
Mhm.
They
So
just do like
with-
the bird thing with the wings.
So with everyone ordering food and heading back to the mansion, I think this is a good time for us to call our
Yep.
break.
Love it.
Welcome back, everyone, to the episode. Our characters are all packed up in a car / sidecar / running alongside it, I imagine. Or
I'm
past
doing-
it, way
I'm
past
doing
it.
the lap around the world. It's going to take a while. It takes
You're picking up
almost
food.
an hour.
As you all make your way back, Raven, will you roll perception for me if you could?
I rolled low, but it is high, so 19.
Okay. As the drive feels like it's taking just a little bit longer than normal, but like everything you're looking at out the window looks fine and normal. But it feels like it just takes a little bit longer to get back to the mansion.
Anybody noticing anything different? I feel like I've been around this block a couple times. Like, I don't know.
Was he noticing anything
Wrong
different?
person to ask.
Yeah. I'm like, well, Quill's not from here. Slipstream is getting
Slipstream is gone.
out
Yeah, I
from
forgot.
around the world, and
Yeah.
I'm in India.
learned something different.
Yeah.
How far
Marley.
can your mental link extend?
Right?
What a great question. Mental communication. So it's 1 mile, but I think we might have said that I can set it up within a mile and then it just lasts. Maybe not. Maybe it's just a mile. We'll go with it's a mile.
Slipstream just keeps going back to a mile within and back.
Okay,
Just
just
the
dropped off
shot.
food at the house. Just dropped off food again. We also have our phones. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Nothing feels weirder than it usually feels. We have another being that's not from this world hanging out with us. So
Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, that's almost kind of normal for us, I guess, or for me anyway. Maybe not you so much, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just been a day. It just feels like it's taken longer to get to the house. I don't know. I'm gonna drive faster.
okay. I was gonna say, time flies
I
when you're
did-
having
yeah.
fun. If you're not having fun, kind of drags a bit sometimes.
Quill is just holding on to the edge of like the little nest thing that was made for them, and the whole drive they're just like looking around like everything and trying to take in as much as they can. I do have eidetic memory, so I will be able to have an idea of how to get to this mansion again as soon as I see something I recognize in the way. But yeah, they're just kind of just looking around and trying to gather as much information, because you can tell a lot by like the people based on the way they live, and there's not a lot of people out and about that she can observe, so she's looking at just the things and structures and cars and all of that stuff.
And for any of you that are artists, I would really like to just put out a huge request for some art of Quill in a giant nest
Side
going
corner.
down the road. Yes,
It'll feed Marley's
please.
sketchbook, which I can't drop in there.
Yes.
And you're just getting texts every once in a while, like Jajangmyeon from Seoul picked up, sushi picked up, biryani picked up. Like just going like slow. You can like kind of track her location by like what food she's picking up around the world.
Marley texts back, "This is so much food. Do you need Raven to pay you back?"
It's fine. I have a big food budget.
It's sponsored.
Sponsored
sure.
by Raven.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, there's do you want to grab, Marley, want to check some of the snacks in the back and send those over to the nest? See if there's anything in there that maybe Quill wants to try?
Sure, I can do that. And Marley will share some food over. Are we almost at the house, though? With this extended drive?
Yeah, you're pulling up at it.
All right. So we'll just grab some extra snacks to bring inside. All right.
Inside
Bunch of goats.
in the living room or like the dining room or wherever, so many takeout boxes. Just so many. With everything.
I am just going to call this now. This is our first time meeting, so we're going to call this our meeting date, and we're going to do this every year because this is phenomenal, and I feel like this needs to not be a one-time thing. This is incredible. And I just start taking the covers off all of the boxes, and yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I put out, I go into the drawer, and I'm going to grab out, like, silverware and chopsticks, and, like, I'm going to pause for a second at the drawer, and I'm just going to kind of, like, grab everything that, like, is, like, a little bit different that might be used to pick up food and put it out, because I don't know what the choice is going to be, or if utensils are going to be used at all. So I've just got kind of like everything out. So there's tongs and, everything is kind of like all out on the table.
Well, I'd say we should eat outside, but it's still raining, so here we go. Dig in.
I'm not sure what food you're able or prefer to eat, Quillek, but there's vegetarian stuff in here, there's sweets, there's seafood, there's meat, and she brings up, she's like, there's these are beef tamales, there's some empanadas, there's this one's biryani, this one's rice, and she's just like,
huh.
Yeah, I think the first things.
And she's like, and especially from New York for you, some pizza.
You gotta have some New York pizza. But I think they would probably, a lot of stuff, even if it's not the same, there's a lot of things that are similar, right? Like the grains, so like the rice and stuff. They do eat like insects and things like that. And so like meat and things wouldn't be like weird for her either. And so I think the first thing that they do is grab the chopsticks and then realize that they're blunt. And she'll tell you guys like, well, usually these are sharp and you just stab things with them.
I grab a fork.
But
This is the stabbing one. Fork.
okay. And so they'll pick up the fork and just use it the same way, and it works. You stab things with it. And it's like, oh, okay, this this makes sense. And they use the fork to stab like one of like everything as they make their way down. They have never had like sweets in the way that you all are used to sweets. And so when they get to whatever like pastry or sort of thing it is, it's like, like cats just and the eyes just go really wide. And it's just that kind of
it's
that kind of energy.
Sweet. She would have brought like kanafes from Lebanon, and they're just like covered in like a honey sauce on top, like a honey lemon.
But yeah, and they would, instead of picking a food, you all notice that they go in a circle grabbing a bite of everything, and they do that over and over again until they feel full.
Have a great appetite. I don't mean to spoil a fun time, but do we have to the box that we were told to give you?
Yes.
Is this,
Oh, yeah.
We have a delivery for you from one of your subjects.
So
And
the
I'll just kind
box,
of pull this out.
it now looks like it's changed a little bit, like something opened, and it's kind of glowing green now.
That's new.
Would it be anything that I would recognize?
Not
It's like I can
from-
recognize maybe it's from my planet, but not what it is.
It's actually
or-
not from your planet. It's nothing
Interesting.
you've recognized.
Love it. Are you sure this was for me?
At
the
that,
person brought it. Go for it, Raven.
yeah, I was just gonna say, at that, recognizing that there's no awareness, and also recognizing that they mentioned before that they were like under attack or being hunted or something. I can't remember the wording that was used. Raven is going to immediately run out of the room and go right to where like our little secured area that that we did the interrogation and everything. Raven's immediately running to that space.
I have a question.
Just in
as
case
Marley.
it blows up?
Has Marley sensed emotion from Quill? Which is
Yeah.
up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
maybe?
yeah. I mean, it's up to if
So-
Quill doesn't want
yeah.
you to.
So
Then I guess not.
The way
but-
that we play,
Yeah.
the way that I play Marley, because she can pick up people's emotions, is like players, you can choose what emotions I would get from your character. But like, do you register as having thoughts and emotions to Marley? I guess. Oh, that might be a Sam question too.
Yes, but
Okay.
it would be really it's really weird. You've never been like in the head of a person that, like me. And so it feels like you're looking at it like, let's say if my emotions were like an object, right? You're looking at it like in the bottom of like a bucket of water or something. And so it's distorted. So you get a general sense, but it's so hard to pinpoint any like specifics. Just very broad, like happy, sad, hungry, but any intention, anything more specific, maybe after you spend enough time with them, right? But it's just, it's like, okay, this isn't like the other person that was here before. There is something there, but it's so alien and their brain is so weird to me.
So Marley would say, the person who left it looked like you, but didn't feel, sense. I have the ability to sense emotions and mental. And I get something from. They were completely blank. No emotions, no thoughts that I could tap into. Is there anyone that would be... Does that sound like any sort of creature that you would know, Quill?
Well, you don't sound like any creature that I would know. I've never known anybody that can feel others' emotions.
Yeah. So. I'm kind of alien too. But maybe they weren't actually one of your subjects then. And Marley's going to share that over the link.
Yeah, I was going to go support Raven in getting that away.
And just for clarity, I didn't like wait for anything or even say anything. I just like
she was on the same wavelength of like, get this away.
So as you're all realizing things, it's parting up a bit. The box, this green foggy mist starts coming out, which you immediately recognize is the same thing at your mirror.
Yep.
And then lightning flashes and everything goes black. And as Marley's saying that with her mental link, it kind of statics out as it goes black. And
Quill,
then
you're still here? Okay.
We're gonna do some fun stuff here.
Ooh.
Raven, as you walk away with this thing that you're not sure what's happening, and the fog starts coming out, you step in through like the threshold of the door, and then you hear in your head these words, "Wake up." And you then step into another wing of the house that you just stepped into. And in front of you is your father. And he's walking up to the wall. And he's just like, "The time has come, Raven. I think you're ready now."
Is it really you?
As real as it was just a few minutes ago. Are you feeling all right?
I'm gonna back up. You see Raven, I'm like physically backing up from my chair. Raven is gonna take 2 steps backwards. You're not real.
I'm not sure what you're getting at. Are you...
You're not
do
real.
Something to you? Listen, it's okay to be scared for your first time. I'm going to show you the artifact.
What artifact? You're not... I don't understand.
there's a artifact that's passed down from generation to generation, and if you'll be worthy, it answers secrets and questions for you. I've done it. My mother's did it. My father did it before. Grandfather did it before them. It's okay. It's all perfectly safe.
Why did you wait so long?
Well,
I don't understand. You've been gone for 2 years.
I didn't think I was gone that long. It's only
And then I'm going to run full on. Like, run
Raven.
right and just, like, grab the sides, like, 2 hands grabbing the sides. Like, do I feel, is it a real person that I'm touching?
Yeah, he feels completely real.
How do I know it's you?
You have a hope, faith.
No, that's no. And I don't know, I just start freaking out a little bit and backing up. And I'm holding, what is this doing that I'm holding? What is this artifact doing?
It's not there anymore.
Oh.
And I'd also like you to make a will save, a will roll, if you will.
Oh god, that was a terrible roll. I rolled a 3. What is my will? 15.
You do also have a +5, I believe, still, if you want to
20.
There you go. Thank you, Devious Hearts.
So for a second, it feels like something was kind of messing with you a bit. Something was in your head and you kind of fought it off. And then everything you're looking at fast forwards a little bit. And then like the wall that you know leads to a dead end like starts opening. But like your father's moving in like a way like he's like you press fast forward on a VHS. And then he comes back in. It kind of plays again, and he's just like kind of in the middle of describing stuff. He's just like, your great great grandmother discovered it, and now it's your turn to take on the mantle.
This is not funny. I don't know who's doing this, but this is not okay. I'm gonna look around. Do I see any, like, can I get out of this room? Can I move? Can I do anything else?
Yeah, you're able to kind of just walk away down the halls. It still seems like you're in the mansion, but you're starting to see like down the hall, some of that green fog is still kind of rolling around on the ground, kind of moving in further.
I'm gonna move kind of backwards and around, and I'm also like kind of frantic at this point as I'm doing it, but as I'm going to try to run, like I can't stop looking at him, I can't stop seeing him there, but I'm going to try to run past and away, and I'm still turning, and as I go by, I want to cast Nullify to try to make it go away. And as I do it, as soon as I'm doing it, I'm also like, just tears are streaming down my face.
So as you're doing it, you're moving, you're kind of spinning about, trying to like focus on different things. It doesn't seem like anything's changing or nullifying, but you feel like you bump into something as you're going back, like a person, and then we cut away. Quill, you were eating this new food and everything kind of went to black, and you had this box given to you that you were not familiar with. But you start hearing people cheering, like a lot of people cheering and yelling. And as like the light kind of comes back on, you are sitting on a throne with like a crown on your head, what you'd be familiar with your mother wearing typically, or your father even, or whatever terms you have for those. As you're sitting in a throne room, tons of people are all there cheering for you. The ground is just covered in just kind of like different kinds of blood and such, and like all these people are cheering on for like, where will the queen take our next conquest? Who will we butcher next? As they're just cheering for you to.
I think because this is, as much as her older siblings look forward to this and prepare for this their whole lives, this is what she's like, this is what Quill has been kind of running away from, right? They don't believe in the way that their parents rule, where it's kind of survival of the fittest. And Quill believes that the weak must be protected, and it is the job of the strong to protect the weak. And they don't agree with a lot of things from back home, which is why they left against their parents' wishes, where their parents would have wanted them to prepare for the taking of the throne, which means her parents' deaths at her own hands, right, in their culture. And they finding themselves on that throne means a couple of things, right? It means that their parents wouldn't be there, and neither would their older siblings, because she's third in line. And so the first thing they would do is kind of look around for any of them, essentially.
So you look back and forth, trying to find that. Standing next to you, you notice is there someone kind of puts their arm on your shoulder. It's this kind of tall, armored person with like an orb on their head, and they have a lot of they have like snake fangs on their helmet. There's also some like bat-like accoutrements on them, and they're just like, "My queen, are you feeling all right?"
I am. Where is my family?
Oh, your family. And he kind of he looks down at you. When you look at his orb, you just see this green mist kind of swirling inside of it. He's like, "Well, you've killed them all, of course."
I would not have. I never wanted this. I never coveted the throne like my siblings did. I should not be here. This should not be real. This
Oh, but it's not always about what we want, is it? Sometimes it's about what's necessary. I thought you understood that all those years ago.
I think for them, where they come from, these mind fuckery things aren't commonplace. They aren't a thing. And I think it would be so hard for Quill to realize this isn't actually happening, if that makes sense. But yeah, like they would go through with the motions of whatever they have to do. She knows it by heart, right? It was drilled into them. And attempt to find out what actually happened. Like, is there record of anything? Because in her brain, her little bird brain can't wrap around the idea that this would not be real or be an illusion or something like that. Because that is not something that they encountered before.
Okay. I'm more than happy to take you to the records if you wish.
I have not seen you before.
Oh, me. Don't you remember all those years ago on Earth? We met there. You thought me well to appoint as your advisor.
Years ago. But I don't remember anything. How can I not remember anything?
This is an interesting thing, isn't it? Come walk with me, if you will. Since you're having trouble remembering things, my name is Nectalis. I'm of course not from here.
I find it hard to believe that it would have been allowed for someone not of our own to become the Queen's advisor.
Oh, it caused quite a stir. And
yeah, she'd follow him to these archives or whatever is there.
As the two of you begin to walk, you can see, like, down the corridor, the walls are kind of open up, and you can see into the skyline, and, like, part of the sky is, like the somewhere in, like, other, like, where you would see other planets, a portion of it's just, like, on fire, and another portion of it is darker than it should be, like, there's no light. And then we cut away from you. Slipstream, Tally. You see your friends all freeze in the mansion, and like nothing is moving anymore. And you just, as you're kind of looking around trying to, you feel it harder to move yourself. And you hear this voice in your head that kind of goes, "You always wanted to be the fastest, yes? Faster than your father? Prove it to me. Run." And your body just kind of starts running.
Do I see the box still in Raven's hand?
Yes.
I think I would try to get that away from here as I run away.
Okay. Yeah, as you run, you grab it. And you're running, and it's letting out that smoke as you go.
Can I try and close it at all?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try and close it. I'm just gonna start running to the North Pole.
Okay. So you run up to the North Pole. You're not able to stop running, and you kind of keep feeling yourself like this inner need to just keep going faster.
I start running faster. I start trying to hit my top speeds.
Okay. What do you have? Let me look here for a second. I am curious.
Someone's trying to speed up. I think it's athletics check.
Yeah, go for it. Why don't you roll athletics? How fast can you go?
Not that fast. I can't roll a 2 on the dice. These are the slipstream dice that were being testy the other day. So that's a 12 on athletics. Plus 10.
Plus 10. All right.
The 2 plus 10, 12.
So it feels like you're getting just faster and faster. It doesn't, like, for a second feel like you should be gaining as much speed as you're gaining, but you're gaining more.
Does it seem like I'm being aimed in a specific direction?
Not really, but when you try and go back towards, like, the mansion, if you try to, like, you're directed away every time.
Oh, interesting. I'm gonna try and aim for Freedom City. This is like her first reaction, you know. It was just like, I'm gonna try and grab some paper. I'm just gonna like go run through places, like try and grab like a paper and pen and start writing something down on top of on the paper on top of the box, using that as a surface.
Okay, as you're running and you're like, I'll get to Freedom City, you like got there in half the time you expected to, and you went past it.
Okay, that's fine. I just need to finish. I need to finish this note, and I'm gonna essentially write a note that says, "Strange box. Don't know what's going on. Can't stop running. Can't stop speeding up." And I'm gonna leave it at my parents' house if they're there. Okay. Otherwise, I'm gonna leave it. I don't know. This feels like too much to. I don't want to bring in people too big into the story too early, but I'm leaving it at my parents' house. Like that's her first thought is like, mom and dad, like no. Hopefully, if they're not home, my brother's home. They can. He can relay that.
So as you're going at this speed, and you kind of let go of the paper to let it go, the paper just seems to disappear.
Shoot, what? How? Okay.
And you're beginning to probably reach the fastest you've ever got.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Haven't done this much outside of training. Go ahead.
Do you know what would happen to yourself if you went to, like, if you just kept going faster?
No.
Does she doesn't have an idea of what would happen?
I mean, she's hit her top speeds before. She's gone. This isn't new to her going at this speed. She's hit top speeds before in training with her uncle, and she went to a super high school. So she's been like pushed to her limits to figure out how to control her powers more succinctly in the past. Okay.
So would you roll me a will? Would you roll will?
Ooh. Okay, I was worried. That was good though. 24.
24. Okay. As you're hitting your max speed and you're really not sure what to do about that, you just sort of realize suddenly that you're just standing there in the mansion. And
Do I
then
still have the box in my hand, or is the box still in Raven's hand?
the box is still in Raven's hand. And then we will cut to black there. Marley.
Oh, hi.
Hi. You are standing in front of Bertram's closet.
In front of the closet.
In front of the closet.
Yup.
Right in front of you is the eye just staring right back at you. This eye of chaos.
Did you bring me here again?
And how do I describe this? Bear with me for a second.
Song and interpretive
So
dance.
you're looking right at it. One of your eyes feels like you're looking at it from like different angles, while the other eye stays. And then the eye of chaos starts moving closer to where your normal eyes should be.
I back up. I start just trying to get away, to leave. Oh no. This is not happening. We're not doing this. I already said we weren't doing this. You want chaos, I want normal. Bad match.
Would you roll will for me?
Yeah. What dice do I trust?
You're probably
Okay.
good at that, right?
I mean, she is. That's a 24 total.
Okay. So in this instance, it continues to get closer to you, and you back up against a wall. And then everything goes black. And then you are floating a couple feet off the ground.
Like the last time she had it.
And you are in a... Okay. You are in what everything points to. I don't know if Marley's ever been here before, but what looks like to be Ember's apartment. Everything is torn apart. Things are on fire. You are floating there.
What happened here? I want to get down. I want to look for Leo.
As you look around for Leo, part of the
I start
wall
putting my
is...
emotion sense out. Try to see if I sense him. Emotional thoughts. Yeah.
You're sensing out. Part of the wall is just missing, and outside there's just fire everywhere. It's like the sky's on fire. You sense a couple of just fear emotions around you. And as you look over, you see your family.
Just on the street? Like they're
just there in the apartment with you.
Oh, this is... I talk to the Eye of Chaos in my head, are you teleporting other people now? What is... Why are we doing this? Why are you... No, this isn't you. Why are you doing this? I would not do this. I thought it was what I wanted and needed, and I certainly don't want and need this.
Will you roll will again for me?
Okay. See, Marley has a high will. She has a plus 12 to will. I rolled a 7, so math says that's a 19 total.
Okay. Have you used your +5?
I have not. Should I use it here? Is this the GM nudge? All right, +5.
I don't know.
Then.
I also have
Yeah.
a +5 I can use.
Well, I'm gonna use mine. I don't know if it's gonna cancel out if you use yours, but I'm gonna make that 19 into a 24. Then thank you, Devious Hearts, for my +5.
As you are yelling at it, trying to disassociate with the eye again, you just kind of hear a pop on your like around here on your face, around where your eye would be,
Okay.
and then everything goes black again for you. Back in the mansion, Marley, Raven, and Slipstream all wake up, and they're not frozen anymore, and they're just kind of standing there. But you're all like completely back.
Close box. First thing.
The lights kind of flicker back on.
Who has the box right now?
Slipstream has it, I believe.
Yeah, I grabbed it just to close it.
What?
Marley, Quill's not there.
Where's Quill? Where's Quill? Where's the eye?
I think we're in a different room. We were heading to the vaults. So we were separated from you two.
Oh, so I will establish group chat. Just try to link up to Raven
my dad.
in Slipstream.
The group chat just kind of crackles.
Okay. I'm gonna go to Raven's computer screen. She has them like those TVs all over the house, and see if I can locate anyone else.
They say access denied, and there's like a symbol of a snake and a bat on it.
I'm just gonna start slowly. I'm gonna see if we can get out of the mansion.
Cast nullify on the box.
The box quiets down. It's just a box again. Slipstream, you keep like running down the same corridors again, but you've clearly not turned around.
I try. It was a crackly, but could we still hear her over the group chat?
Did they feel the crackle or no?
Yeah, you guys kind of hear the crackle as well. Let's both roll a die. Let's both roll will, me and you, Marley.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna use my +5. That's a 22 total.
Okay. Yeah, nothing comes through. But you hear you hear the crackling, like all of you in your head, but like you can't understand anything.
I have my phone and I can yell. I will do both. I'm sending messages on my phone. I'm trying to get a phone call through, and I'm just yelling like, "Hello, is anyone here still?"
All of that works fine.
Great.
Do we hear her though, despite this corridor strangeness happening in the?
Yeah, you guys can hear her, and you get your phones start going off too.
Okay, perfect.
I
can't get out of the house.
Where are you? Where can we meet?
I don't know. I just started running and I'm going down corridors. I did not turn.
Are Marley and I still in the kitchen? Are we still in the same space?
You had stepped out of the kitchen to try and get rid of the box.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how far I got. That's why I'm asking.
You just got into the other room. So if you turn around,
we can find each other.
You can see.
Okay.
It felt like for a bit like you couldn't, but like with the darkness and everything, but it's kind of leveled out.
I don't think I can use any of my powers, which I never thought I'd be upset about, actually. We're gonna deal with that later. But I don't think Quill is here. We got a slipstream running around corridors. Can we try to find her?
Am I able to
and-
get
Can you use your computers?
Yeah, you can get back fine.
Oh, hi.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Your
you'll see
house
I'm
was nice.
still like I'm visibly crying. Like there's tears coming down, and I'm trying to like snap out of it to like actually, which this is rare. You've not seen Raven's usually just like in super mode when when something's going on. So this is unusual for me not to be able to kind of like function.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize the
I
Eye of Chaos was gonna do that to you too. What did you saw something too?
I have chaos. This was you? No, no, it wasn't. I think it's this box, but no, I don't know how, but they had my dad, or I don't know. Is this like a mind trick? Is this something you can do? Like, I don't know what was real. I don't know if I mean like he could be a part of this. Like, I don't know. Like, it's an artifact. So like, did I do this? I don't. Okay, but we have to
Quill,
find Quill. I don't know.
Can you like look at the cameras? I can't get into your
Yeah,
house
yeah.
anymore. Can you just see if we can find camera of what happened to Quill, where Quill was last in the house, and we'll sort this
So I'm like at the like screen or whatever, and I'm just trying to pull up and go back to
It does the same thing. It says access denied.
What the hell?
Marley, you get this intense sense of like fulfillment and like I guess fulfillment's the right word. Determination.
something
Joy. And it seems to be
worked. Oh no. Something worked. Oh, that
What?
might have been.
and then a lot of it's overtaken by just hate.
That's just great. Things. It worked, but not how I want it to, because these things don't actually work out how I want them to. It says it's going to work out how I want to. You guys say it'll work out how I want it to, but it doesn't, does it?
Raven
It
is
doesn't.
backing up slowly and trying to reach for Slipstream,
Mhm.
and
Slipstream moves in front, and you just feel absolute like focus coming from her. Just absolute.
Exactly how it's supposed
Something's
to
wrong.
be, isn't it?
Marley, what's going on? Speak.
I'm gonna dispel magic
What?
or nullify on Marley.
What's going to make it better? Doesn't matter. I can go with the flow of my powers. Maybe they're mine. Maybe they're the Eye of Chaos's. Does it matter? It's all chaos anyway.
I do have a question, Raven. For nullify?
Yeah.
This is her power. Are you able to just nullify her power?
I have no idea. I just cause chaos, and you and Claude tell me what I'm allowed to do. I have no idea. I can tell you what it says on my sheet. DC 18, broad, simultaneous, standard, ranged, 200, 400, and 800, and then instant. Other than that, I don't know.
I mean, do we want it to be a roll kind of thing?
How about this? You cast that. It doesn't seem to affect Marley, but the window kind
Use
of
your magic on me, just like you do, because that's what you do. You use your magic to track your friends and to spy on your friends and just new people, right? Someone new comes in, you gotta go after their whole life, and that's what you do. And I guess that's what you can't do now. You can't do it because your computers don't work.
Grab a
So
chair,
now.
grab Marley like here, and like push her down onto the chair and say, Focus up. We have a royal family member that is currently missing. Someone new to our planet is getting attacked. This is bad. Host. We need to be better hosts.
And Raven. So the window began to kind of shimmer, and you see outside Quill on their knees in some sort of ritual circle, and standing above them with a knife is this being in like space armor with this orb that looks like it's decorated in snake and bats, and he's got this big long cape. That green mist is coming around him, and he's like lifting up the knife, and then we cut.
Can I react to that?
Yeah.
I just want to scream, Tally! Like I'm screaming it at the top of my lungs, and I'm pointing and running to the direction of what I see.
I'm gonna go. I'm bursting through full speed. Like, a small shockwave like bursts through as I run.
Okay. Quill.
Hi.
Hi. You are looking off into the fiery space, and the advisor kind of turns back and is like, "Don't get too distracted, my liege."
But it wasn't like that before.
No, of course not before your reign. All the beautiful, magnificent works you've done.
Did I do that?
Well, of course.
Why would I do that? That it looks awful. It's awful.
Because you understood the truth.
What truth is that?
That the strong rule and the weak burn.
I'm not like them. I wouldn't have. I protect the weak. That's why I had to leave, because nobody agreed. I wouldn't have. It's not true. That's what they will say. Did I really do this?
Oh, yes. You and me together.
You see, like, she looks like genuinely like distraught.
Maybe this will ease things. And he opens up the door into like the wreckers and such. And there's a person on their knees. The last of your line, waiting for you to take absolute authority.
And they would walk closer to see, like, expecting to see one maybe of like their younger siblings, would probably be the only people left alive. You know, if things went as they go. And that's, I think, what tips her off, is that person is there on their knees, right? It's like, well, if I was going to take this life, it would have been in combat, on 1-to-1 combat. Not, this is not honorable. And had I actually done any of these things, at least it would have been done the right way, right?
Mm-hmm. Will you roll your will?
You're like, oh no, I fucked up. I got
No,
it.
it was great. It was a really great grab.
Oh, that is 19 on the die with a 10, so 29.
Oh wow, you were very willful.
It was just that she had no reason to suspect that this wasn't real. And until
yeah.
that is like, I would have, if I wanted this run, if I had taken them, I would have challenged everyone to one-on-one combat, and they would have had the chance, and it would have been done honorably. And this person, me stabbing them while they're on their knees, this is not right.
So then, as you walk up closer to them, you have that realization, and your eyes sort of open again, and you are on your knees out in the rain, and your like arms are bound, and this guy is standing above you with a knife, about to bring it down.
Oh goody.
And then a window shatters. And I think it's safe to say we can all enter initiative, right?
Maybe.
Yes. Wings, let's fucking go.
Go! I could roll over, like, into double digits today. That would be phenomenal. 10 total for me.
I wonder what side of this combat Marley's on. I certainly don't know.
Right?
I
So juicy. So
I have
juicy.
a plus 10 to initiative, but I rolled a 3, so it's not great.
I'm hearing all these low rolls.
I'm
and that's a shame
confused.
because Marley rolled a 23.
Great. That's great.
17 plus 12.
20 plus 12?
17 plus 12. Oh, no, 29.
Okay. And Raven, what was yours?
10.
10. Okay.
You know, I'm hazy. I'm still not all there. It makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, no, it
It's
makes
fine.
full-
It's fine.
Raven
full
is
sense.
still,
It serves the
Raven is
soul.
still crying.
I'm not all there, but I'm not hazy about it.
Right.
So Slipstream, you are starting us.
Oh my goodness, a real speedster. Wow, look at me. Look
Yeah.
at me.
Hell yeah.
I think the first thing she's gonna go for is like at high speed, just run past this guy and grab the. Actually, can I, kind of in grabbing the knife, can I just grab his full hand and wrist holding the knife and just start dragging him, just pull him with me?
If you want to use extra effort, I think that'd be great.
Yeah. I have a hero point, so I can use that for extra effort.
Excellent. All right. So you can go ahead and make an attack.
+9. Oof. That is no bueno. My dice, I swear, 11.
11 does not hit
Mhm.
them. But with your extra effort, you still want to try and grab the knife or pull the guy?
Yeah, I'll try to not full bring him with me, then I'll just like try and disarm the knife.
Okay. Go ahead and do an athletics check.
Okay, that is better. 19.
19. Versus targets. Yeah, you pull the knife right out of their hand.
Just like school. Okay, let's do this. And I'm there in between Quillek and this person. Maybe I shouldn't be, but I just want to... They're not in a position at the moment where I feel comfortable not being protective.
That is fine. Marley, you're up next.
Oh boy. Game Master. So this is all happening outside. Marley was left inside, kind of cackling in the living room. What? Can you help me have an idea of what is going through Marley's head right now?
Well, so that sense of like fulfillment, determination, joy, and hate were coming from. You can tell it was coming from this guy who is doing this ritual. So the ritual's kind of been stopped. So those emotions are quieter. You can still sense them from them, but they're not any stronger than any of the others' emotions at this point.
All right, so if Marley is falling back into herself and her own emotions and able to reclaim that, she's going to. Oh gosh, okay. And then she's going to run over to where her friends are and see this guy who is the source of it. And she's gonna try her psychic stuff didn't work before, but now she's getting an emotional sense. So she's going to try a sleepy dreamy time and see if she can hit him at all with that. If it'll work now.
I think you can get the sense at this point too that it is this guy who is like actively trying to block your psychic power with his own abilities.
Yeah. So then if it's a block, then if it's a psychic block, then I think she would instead go for the mental blast.
Oh, for sure.
Okay. Then I need a will from you, DC 23.
I can do that. 23. Oh, that was the one on the die.
Oh, that's a pretty so I don't know. It says damage 8. I don't
So he'll get a big old penalty to that. Let me see.
we're learning how this game works.
Every time we play.
Yeah. Yeah, you got it? I don't know what it means.
I think he is I believe he is staggered from all of this. Yep.
Sweet. I love it.
That is exactly what happened.
Alright.
But
And
he is
then
staggered.
Marley,
It's not great for
Marley's
him.
throwing the emotions and frustration and the blame that she was giving herself that she thought was her and is now just realizing, nope, that's that guy. Probably also the Eye of Chaos, and just throwing it back at him into his head.
Oh. As you like do that, in his orb you see like the Eye of Chaos reflected.
Oh. Okay, if the Eye of Chaos is actually there, like reflecting the orb, or like that is like he's holding the Eye of Chaos?
It's like in his orb, it's kind of reflective. In that swirly mist in there, you see kind of like it take the form of the Eye of Chaos. Not that
Marley-
the Eye of Chaos is legitimately there.
I think Marley just goes to, like, instinctively touch, like, just go like her eye to be like, am I seeing through my senses? So you guys see Marley, like, she rushes out, she does damage this guy, but she's still like kind of discombobulated, and that'll be her turn.
And then this guy kind of looks at his knife being gone, everyone being awake. He just got whammied pretty hard. And yeah, he splits into two of himself, one of which has all the snake stuff and one of which has all the bat stuff. And with the snake, it's going to get like face to face with Quill. And Quill, can you roll fortitude for me?
Absolutely. Oh, Jesus. I have a plus 10. Bet 19.
19. Okay. So this like gas came out of them, and then you were able to resist that.
Mm-hmm.
As it like looks back, and I would like everyone to roll fortitude rolls for me. They're not saves in this game, but you'll all
As Marley's
fail.
holding her head, she's going to say, "I'm sorry. I don't know what's me and what's not me. I don't know. I'm sorry. Just let's survive this battle, and I promise I'll tell you guys more, or I'll try to if I still can." And that's her inspiring. So inspirational. So everyone can add +2 to rolls if you'd like.
Oh, nice.
Some of us got a nat 20, so.
Oh,
Nice.
What are we
21
rolling
for me. No, wait.
oh, your fortitude.
Yeah. Is that 21? Yeah, 21. I can't math.
That's 25.
Okay.
And Raven is going to hear that and turn, like, because I'm like mid-flight at this point, and it's going to turn and just look at you, and like, I'm just glaring at you at this point, and I am not going to take +2 because I was not inspired.
Oh. Quill, what did
love
you
that choice.
roll? On fortitude.
That first one was a 19, and the second one was 21 if I had to roll again when everybody rolled. I don't know if I did, but I did anyways.
Oh, okay. No, you're good. Yeah. So as it does this like loud shriek, it just so the bat just starts sending out the sound waves all around. It just shrieks at everyone, but you all resist it. And then let me roll a die real quick here. Oh, wonderful. It moves on to Quill's turn.
She's pissed.
Hell yeah, bring it!
I think, okay, like, it's this weird, you know when like dogs shake water off of themselves? It's something similar, but you see like all the feathers kind of ruffle like down her. And they look up just to see like a blur of movement as like the knife goes flying.
I would have kept the knife so that they couldn't grab it again.
Okay.
If you want to take it, and she like held it behind her back, so to where you are, if you want the knife.
Right, and then all of a sudden, like, Slipstream's there in front of them, and it's kind of this couple of seconds where usually they're so fast to react. It's these couple of seconds of getting their bearings, because what the hell was going on? I was back home, and now I'm here again, and it's just it's a lot. And it's that sense of they remember how Marley said that they sensed emotions, and so in their head it was like, oh, people do that here, and it's not something that they've ever like really come across before. And it's just it's that realization of that was all in my head, right? And it just like hits her like a truck, and she gets so angry because she can't think of anything more dishonorable than trying to stab somebody while they're not conscious. And you feel behind you, like she uses her wings to stand up, and then they make up their mind and flap again, so that they come out from over your head, and they look at these two beings and realizes there's two of them, and they're like, I'll get them both eventually. And they throw themselves kind of feetsies first at whichever one seemed the closest.
The snake one attacked you, so probably that one.
Yeah, so you hear like a bird like screech as they just like feetsies first into this person with her talons, and it's going to be a talon attack. Yeah, she doesn't. And you would have noticed, especially Slipstream, who saw them kind of like fight a little bit more in the first fight. It was a lot of like blunt, like, flapping with the wings, doing the punches, and they had never actually used like this sharp, I want to draw blood. This is different than it was with those. Oh, fuck yeah. So my talents crit on a 17 to 20, so I crit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's out for blood, dude.
This is a perfect
What-
crit for her.
Y'all are gonna have to like, pull her off if y'all don't want like Quill to like murder this person.
So what does that look like when you
Half of them.
take this guy back down?
Yeah, so it's just that like the flap of the wings, and there's that half second of them in air before they flap again towards them. And it's like a tackle, except she's holding her talons up, like as if like arms like this in front of them. And they just kind of just slash in like a cross motion with both of them at the same time. It's like, this is not,
Yeah. So as he like flails back, disappears into that smoke, and like reunites with the bat, and now they're back as one being.
That makes her more mad. She wanted blood.
And now it's Raven's turn. This guy does not look good. His cape's all torn up. He's bloody. His orb is cracked.
So Raven had, seen this attack happening outside, yelled for Slipstream to go, just dealt with whatever Eye of Chaos craziness is starting to happen with Marley, just saw her dead father, who she has not seen for 2 years, and is trying to now save this creature from another planet that she's never seen before. Raven is all sorts of emotion right now, and tears are still coming down. Reacts to Marley's inspiration and just turns and doesn't even respond, and turns back as I'm flying through the air, and my protection of the snakes comes in all around me, and I just kind of like fly up. So like rain's pouring down, I'm flying up, and I'm just crying and daggers at this thing that is attacking. And if you'll allow it, I will use a hero point to basically be so upset that with both hands I just go with 2 of my mystic bolts. So normally I only have 1, so I'm just like extremely upset, and just kind of fly up in the air, and with 2 hands just go back, and I'm wordless. All of this is wordless, with just tears streaming down my face. And that is a DC of 27.
DC of 27.
Yes.
I assume this would be against a toughness. Oh, no, okay.
And that's normally for 1 bolt, DC of 27.
Definitely a
12
fail.
damage.
Definitely a fail. 12 damage.
Yes, for 1.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's a nat 1 on toughness. So, what does that look like as you take him down?
Yeah, so like I said, I'm kind of like slowly rising, and just, you see just 2, and I'm, all in black with snakes coming around. And as the 2 bolts come across, they are normally just, straight on bolts. And as they come on, they are almost dripping, like with it. If you blink, you like what? It almost looks like blood. Like I am extremely upset and distraught at this point, and so the two come in, and they, if I can aim them, they basically come in from the top and the bottom and just go split right up.
Wow. And that he just collapses from there. There's not much he can do. He's just laying there, like, gasping for breath.
I'm gonna run right to Quill. And I'm still not saying anything, can't even use words, and I'm just going to help you up.
Oh, well, I was, I think I was on top of the first body who kind of like dissipated and went into the second one that you took down. I think they would, if there is a body there, like, you all notice, like, Quill flaps again to stand up, and she's about to, like, go and continue ripping at them, even though they're already down. And so it's kind of like, you guys are, if you don't want that to happen, are going to have to stop her.
Slipstream will intervene and just be like, it's not worth it. He's down. He's gone. He can't hurt you again. And in fact, Souvenir, as I flip the dagger holding the blade over to you, feel free to keep it.
She takes his dagger, and then just starts doing some like breathing exercises, so she doesn't just like,
Mm-hmm.
So he is trying to like get himself up, but he is struggling. And he's just like, you cannot stop.
I stand on top of him.
Look, the burning king will rise.
Wait, repeat that, please. Sorry.
The burning king?
Yeah, the burning king will rise. And he kind of looks up at you. You can see through the broken like glass a bit, some like scales on like around a yellow eye, and then he just kind of like melts.
Oh, gross! I step off.
Is that box still there?
Yeah.
I'm gonna immediately open up a portal and portal the box to the vault.
All right.
Marley
Well,
standing
Quill
back.
turns around to all of you, just like, is that normal here?
No, it's not.
Okay, because I've been here for less than a day, and I already, there's 4 people. And this one was just 1 person, 2 people. The other one was 4 people. This is an interesting place.
I think this person was targeting you specifically.
Yeah.
Well, do you know who the Burning King is?
I did not pay attention very much in my studies. It might, my parents might know, but if it was some rival planet or something,
Okay.
So, no, but I suppose if you all don't find anything here, then I will try to ask, I guess. But definitely, you should all try to figure something out first, because I really don't want to have to ask. That's crazy. A planet full of people that can do mental shit. That's insane.
Oh, that's normal. That's not everyone. I can't do that.
But you did a blast thing. Was that not?
Well, I just
Not
go
the same?
really, really fast, and if you go fast enough, I mean, you've had to fly through space. I'm sure you know about
Yeah.
speed of sound and whatnot. So
I mean, it looked really cool. It looked
thank
similar
you. I
to-
just run really
yeah.
fast though. So then you can pick up tricks with that. Your
That's
talons are super cool.
thank you. And she lifts one claw
Yeah.
because she's standing on the other foot.
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, that's really good to know that not everybody can do that mind stuff, because that was pretty awful. That was not
It was pretty
not
bad.
fun.
Mine
that
wasn't
was really bad.
horrible,
That
but
was really
it was yeah.
I murdered my whole family, so
No, that's
not fun.
horrible.
That was very not fun. Yes,
No.
I don't want to have to do that.
Mine
Can
was I
we-
couldn't stop running. Has anyone
That-
seen Speed?
This whole time that this conversation is going on, Raven is just typing on her phone.
Oh,
and
that actually, I'm sorry. That brings me a good point. The mansion disappears when he melted away. The mansion disappears. You're at like a bluff next to your mansion, so you never actually went back to your mansion.
Oh. Marley is going to walk over to Raven.
Raven is going to get visibly tense, and you feel nothing.
That's fair.
I
said, you go.
don't know if I can.
That's fair. When you want to talk, let me know and I'll tell you. Bertram has some of the answers if you don't want to talk to me. But I can go. I think I should.
How do I know who I'm even talking to when I'm talking to you right now?
You don't. You don't. I don't.
Do you want this?
At one point I said I did. Or I said I wanted something. I don't know how much of the damage is and isn't mine here. I don't
know.
want the Eye of Chaos. I know that. I know that.
You'll feel, at you saying the words, I don't want the Eye of Chaos, you will feel and see Raven relax just a little bit. It's almost unnoticeable, but you are pretty aware of Raven's moods and stuff, so you'll see it. If that's true, then what do you need?
Keep it away from me. Get rid of it. Destroy it. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
And I think on that somber note, we'll call it for the night.
That's 2 weeks in a row we did that. Y'all thought you were here for some just shenanigans. You didn't realize it was.
We are accepting stream title rename recommendations. There's not enough shenanigans happening. If anyone has a more dramatic title,
I'd say Zaja covered the shenanigans.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yes, all of those voices and characters were incredible. I love what you did with everything tonight. Absolutely
What?
incredible.
Can I say this was a delightful show? I feel like it was fun. I had fun.
It was.
It was very fun.
It was so
Yeah.
It was
Very fun.
delightful.
I had a great time. I think this was like a great first episode for
Welcome to the
Quill,
party.
so-
Tossing you into the deep end. Yuri, do you
Yeah,
want to talk
just
about yourself and
all
where else we can
in.
find you?
Yeah, absolutely. So
do
again, my
that.
name is Yuri. That is Yuri. Y'all can go ahead and find me at Yuri and the Beast, absolutely everywhere on the internet. Today I played Quillekikiokalee, a space warrior princess, third in line to the throne of Avis, who ran away from home. And I can say that now because we're through with the episode. I had a
we're
lot
not
of
through
fun.
with you and
Thank
Quill.
you
We're
so.
gonna have you back.
Oh yeah. But thank you so much for just having me over. It was great.
Thank you so much for being here. Excited to finally have you on. Let's toss it over to Shannon.
I am Shannon, played Raven tonight. I am Imaginif all over the internet. I am AGINIF and Imaginif Media on Twitch, where you can come hang out with me on Creator Spotlight and we can talk about all the cool stuff you've got going on and promo all your good things and all of that kind of fun stuff. And you can also find me on High XP Society, where I am playing in Redacted, which is a Triangle Agency series that has just started up. Yeah, and my link's in the chat. You can find me all over the place.
Thank you so much, Shannon. Tossing it over to Natasha.
Okay, like she said, my name is Natasha. I play Tally, the speedster today. Maybe one day the fastest person alive, but very well connected Nepo baby child of many a superhero. You can find me at Natasha B Cosplays or Natty Batty Games here on Twitch. And I don't have anything going on other than my real job. So I do have to do that during the days, unfortunately.
We're here. We just find you here.
Yes. But you will find me here and I don't know, can I say at our next game?
Yeah, well, I'll get to that.
Okay.
Don't take my job. I'm going to toss it over to Sam.
Hi, I'm Sam. I've been Claude for the night. I'm available for birthday parties. This was a really great time. If you want to follow me on socials, I'm at server.sam on Threads or Comic Sam's1 on Blue Sky. I'm pretty active at those places talking about comic books. If you want to see other stuff I GM, you can go check out Atomic Broadcasting, a podcast network I run right now. Season 2 of Records of the Unknown, a horror conspiracy show playing the Delta Green system, is coming out now. So if you want to listen to me traumatize more people, I do it a lot, you can listen to that show there. Or if you want to see me do a really not great Scottish accent, you can watch me as a player on The Written and the Lost. And yeah, I hope you guys check it out, but I hope you guys come back again for next week, next 2 weeks, the next session here, because this is just such a great stream and everybody should be watching it.
I appreciate that, as I am Kate, aka Kate the Great Cosplays, and don't kill my character. I'm the producer of this stream, so I appreciate you saying it's good and everyone should watch it. Thank you so much to Sam for making your GM debut in such a spectacular way. Thank you to Yuri for making your superhero shenanigans debut in such a spectacular way. You get to see more of all of these people on this channel, but coming up next, we have on Friday, March 28th, Alice is Missing, which I'm going to be doing. Excel will be there. Yuri will be there. Maybe I'm bringing Natasha into it now, too. I think I am. And then on Sunday, March 30th, we have an Avatar The Last Airbender game, The Last Stand, GM'd by Paige with a fabulous cast. If you want to check out that cast, please hop into our Discord. It's the best place to find out all the upcoming schedules and projects. Superhero Shenanigans will be continuing every other Wednesday, so our next episode should drop, fingers crossed. Gotta talk to these guys after we are done live on Wednesday, April 2nd. And that's gonna be all for me for now. Thank you all so much for joining us again, for telling stories with us together here, because there are always more stories to tell. Goodbye. Stick around for the raid.
Bye.